What's going on with that PPP? You done a lot of talking, not a lot to see. Up in the millions like 2.3, but Geoff got it all, getting off scot-free. Try to talk tips like we talking about stock, but you talking about men printed on called stock. When you open your mouth, I take it with a grain of salt, cause the market's down and you're a clown, it's all your fault. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Geoff Wilson, Geoff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Geoff Wilson, Geoff Wilson. Did you dip, Geoff? I think you dipped, Geoff. What you talking about? I don't think you dipped yet. Willie's doing shady shit like the GOBs, like his whole failed thing with them NFTs, taking money from the people to pay. Most of them are broke, but
yeah, like short in that holder, boy. Woohoo!
Loving all the stimulus from PPP. You ruined the hobby I love.
Like Baker Trim.
Geoff Wilson.
Woo!
Geoff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Geoff Wilson. Geoff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love.
He looks short as hell.
Geoff Wilson. Geoff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. What's going on with that PPP? You done a lot of talking, not a lot to see. Up in the millions like 2.3, but Geoff got it all, getting off scot-free. Try to talk tips like we talking about stock, but you're talking about men printed on called stock. When you open your mouth, I take it with a grain of salt, cause the market's down and you're a clown, it's all your fault. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Geoff Wilson, Geoff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Geoff Wilson, Geoff Wilson. Did you dip, Geoff? I think you dipped, Geoff. What you talking about? I don't think you dipped yet. Willie's doing shady shit like the GOBs, like his whole failed thing with them NFTs, taking money from the people to pay. Most of them are broke, but that's okay, he's getting money. Even better, tax-free, loving all the stimulus from PPP. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Geoff Wilson, Geoff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Geoff Wilson, Geoff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit. Geoff Wilson, Geoff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit.
What is going on, everybody? Hope the guys are doing well out there. That is right. It is a Thursday night, a very special Thursday night here on Sports Card Radio. We've got the start of the National Football League kicking off in just a couple of moments. And so as you watch the game, you're going to be listening to the number one sports card program on the internet that doesn't simp, doesn't resubmit, and certainly doesn't count the gains before they actually come in. We've got a lot to talk about tonight. We've got hobby influencers talking about profits like it's actually already came in the door. Did Geoff make over $100,000 on a trading card? Or does he even still own the card in question? Talk about that. We got called out on the Blowout Sports Card Forum for, quote, targeting. Sure, there'll be, isn't that a penalty in the NFL? Targeting?
In college, for sure.
In college. We got called out for targeting somebody who has the biggest and most expensive sports card collection that they're willing to show off regularly on Instagram. Mr. Shine. Got to talk more about Mr. Shine as well. It's the owner of the Kansas City Chiefs' daughter. Man.
Oh.
Should got a picture of her up too.
Wow.
What else are we going to talk about on today's show? I don't know. We'll get to that in a moment, but we are joined as usual by the entire crew. Super producer Tim put his phone on silent, temporary deleted the apps that all the beautiful females and married women down in Southern California use on a daily basis to get in touch with him. He has put that all aside to produce Sports Card Radio for tonight. And sorry. He's got it on vibrate. He could do multiple things at once. Wouldn't surprise me if he's got the vibrator going on the female while he's producing the show. It's a tough job, but Mr. Tim Kim is always up to the task, earning that 4.2% equity over at Sports Card Radio, which really just gets higher and higher by the day. At some point, Taylor Swift's going to take notice and either ask us out on a date or ask us for an investment. I'm not really sure which one would be a better option. And we are joined by none other than Ryan. How are we doing tonight?
This is like Christmas Day for a lot of people in America.
Yes.
I mean, you got people who play fantasy, people who bet sports, people who love the NFL. Absolute Christmas Day. I guess that'll come more Sunday. But you've got games tonight. I think there's a game in Brazil tomorrow. And so the NFL is kicking off. And it's an exciting time for sports fans. And an exciting time for the sports card world as well. As everybody will assume that the quarterback you've invested in will win a Super Bowl, but only one will win a Super Bowl. And only one has won a Super Bowl lately, and that is Mr. Mahomes. So that game is kicking off very shortly. I see the chat is already fired up, checking out Miss Taylor Swift and her game day attire, walking into Arrowhead Stadium. I see Bob Boozle is in the house. I see Brett S. I see Brian Bayless. I see one of the Dave Snyders, Billy Joe, Hobby Champs. Zeke's Cards is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Living with LT. What's up, buddy? Hornets, Jeezy Keen, Christine is here. The Bills play this weekend. If they win, I'm going to list my 100-count lot of Josh Allen cards that I have sitting over here. I have a dozen Desmond Ritter. I don't think those are worth anything, unfortunately. But we got a lot to talk about in the sports card world. We got Geoff. I don't know what Jeff Wilson's doing. We'll get into it and we'll try to break it down. But off the top, I have no idea what this man is thinking. So we'll get into that. Of course, we targeted poor Shine over here, who has one of the largest collection of modern sports cards. Flexed on Instagram. Apparently, we were targeting him and bullying him or whatever have you. I think we should talk about Mr. Shine. I think we should talk about the people who are targeting Shine. We'll get into that. We might have this might break a record this evening, but we might have the youngest caller ever.
Oh God.
Who will call into the Sports Card Radio program. So we'll have to put the Shine away and we'll have to clean it up a little bit, but he's currently at baseball practice. He does want to call in. He owns a 1-of-1 Paul Skeens card that he offered to Cards HQ. I did meet him at the Burbank Sports Card Show along with some of his friends and Chase. Chase might call into the Sports Card Radio program. So please stay tuned to that. I don't know.
Lots of our listeners could take a lesson or two from their whole squad.
Exactly. I don't know what's trimmed shorter, Taylor Swift's shorts or this 1984 star card that sold the other night for $200. Which one had a better trim job? The 80. There's no fucking way the card wasn't trimmed, right?
I assume they're all trimmed,
right?
I just assume they're all trimmed.
Okay. But nobody cares anymore because it's just, if you can get it in a holder, nobody fucking cares, right?
Doesn't matter.
There's no fucking way this is just a preserved card from 1985. It looks like 2 inches short in the holder. It looks off center, but it is, I mean, it's crooked in the holder. So I'm sure there are people, oh, well, this is the way they cut the star cards and blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. I mean, you could damn near see the paper cut lines on the thing. But we'll be talking a lot about this star card, about Geoff Wilson. This is one of the most strange, most bizarre, weirdest flexes of all time in the sports card world. And I'm still trying to wrap my head around it and figure it out. And we'll go through all the details right here on Sports Card Radio. What did we tell somebody the other night? Weren't we at dinner and we were like, you know, people think we hate Geoff Wilson. We tap into the Geoff Wilson hate. Geoff Wilson, I think he put out a bounty for a card. What was it? The triple autograph of somebody?
Triple.
I was getting distracted.
Giannis did as well for a mil.
He
did for a mil. People were hating on Geoff for, I think his first offer came in at a little light. People were hating on him. Of course, our boy Desmond Ridder got cut this past week. I'm sure Geoff's comments and inboxes was flooded with some troll comments. He's done a lot of interesting things. But this flex claiming that he made $144,000 on a card that he doesn't own, and the copy that he does own, apparently he sold that months ago. I'm as confused as I've ever been on an episode of Sports Card Radio. But good thing we have the NFL kicking off in a few minutes, and that might distract me from some of the BS and some of the propaganda coming from hobby hero Jeffrey Wilson. But I'm excited to talk about it. But I didn't know if we wanted to dive head. We might let Geoff simmer on the pot a little bit. Are you? Oh, Colin, this is directed more toward you. So I feel like maybe we should get into this right now.
All right.
We take calls from the audience. We, people can leave comments and what have you and do their thing, speak their mind. This maybe was our last episode.
Hold on. 2 questions for the chat.
Okay.
How old is Melissa Stark?
Okay.
Looking solid still. And should I get the bottle of Goose? I do not currently have 50.
Oh, man. No way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
Somebody needs to propose to that.
God. That has to be locked in. Has to be. She has children.
Wow.
Locked in since 2001. 50. Damn. Oh, man. Guys, there's hope. There is hope. If you're still single in your mid 40s, early 50s, there is still hope alive.
Hey.
Okay, looks like Goose. Looks like Goose up. Okay, we'll get to the Goose here. I'm shocked. I need to go get the bottle of Goose. I'll be right back.
I'm stunned too. I mean, I would have thought 40s, but she's literally going to turn 51 on November 11th, guys. I mean, if she wasn't married to this guy, Mike Lilly down here, I mean, I know Tim doesn't care about if she's married or not. So Tim's already slid into her DMs and trying to lock in that phone number and maybe getting on a little PJ, maybe getting on Shine's PJ after the game. You might. Looks like we have new kickoff rules in the NFL. I did not watch any of the preseason, so I have no idea what's going on with this kickoff. So this is a brand new experience for me. Feel like watching a brand new game over here. But Melissa Stark, ladies and gentlemen, is 50 years old. And she's aging quite well. I believe Taylor Swift, what is Taylor Swift, like 34, 35 years old? So, man, that is absolutely insanity. I'm bidding on this Giannis, don't call him Giannis Antetokounmpo, 1/1 card, because it's rare and you could sell that to probably a repacker for a little more than that. Jackson Holiday card, $2,000. Which one would you rather have? This Kobe Bryant autograph card, signed, presumably a game used jersey, numbered to 100, PSA 7 on 10 auto, 2003. They're about the same price, $2,100 for this Kobe, $2,074 for this Jackson Holiday. So for 2 racks, if you had to spend it, I don't know, this Kobe, the Upper Deck Kobe's sell pretty well on eBay. 21, that's probably getting about the top of the mark, but those foreign collectors love them some Upper Deck Kobe signed cards. So did you get the goose? Did you secure the bag on the goose?
We have the goose, and we are at the base of the mountains in terms of level, and so we'll see if we can do that whole thing.
Excellent.
It's you know me. I don't got a whole lot to do tomorrow.
Tomorrow I'll be at a card show, the Auburn Trading Card Show, that kicks off tonight. But tomorrow night, it's a part of the Auburn County Fair. Boy, if your boy gets a little sauced up at this fair, I'm gonna be out perusing the merchandise. And so come by the Sports Card Radio table. You could probably take a handful of cards, and I won't be around to see you. So, but come on out and see us Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at this thing. Super excited. Our boy Juan putting it on. Can't wait. I would just bring up video of the game, but that's against copyright and infringement rules. And probably one of the best ways to get your YouTube channel shut down is start showing live NFL or MLB games. But I'm sure most of you are tech savvy who are watching this live and have the game playing somewhere where you can view it. And if you're watching the replay, hopefully your bets and your fantasy teams came through. So Melissa Stark's 50.
Damn.
How many shots of goose for you to approach Melissa Stark at the bar at the Pendry in New York City?
Can we get a negative number?
Sober.
Dead sober would be fine with me.
Oh, you needed to take a couple some of goose.
Oh God.
Because we love fan interaction, and some of the videos we've done get like 500-600 comments or something. It's insanity. Obviously, people love the chat and reading the chat. They don't even listen to us; they just read the chat. So, but we did get a comment. It looks like on our last video. I don't know if this is our last live or the one before that. It comes from Stuart, and I'm going to address this to you for obvious reasons. Stuart says, "Love the show, but the Luka Doncic hate gotta stop, bro. Is literally the best player in the NBA right now. Sure, you can hate on the value of his cards because it's outrageous, but come on, Luka averaged 34 points a game this year. Your thoughts?"
Okay, let's break it down. Literally the best player in the NBA right now. Ryan, I don't watch a lot of NBA games, and that's why I'm excited that the NFL season is kicking off. It's like the last sport that I actually watch. Now I'll be watching chess tomorrow. Hans Niemann versus Magnus Carlsen is tomorrow. I will have to watch it on delay because I've got some things to do right around the time it's airing. But I'm looking forward to that as much as, maybe not as much as the Bengals Super Bowl, but it's right up there. It's not far from that. I don't watch a lot of NBA anymore. After Kobe Bryant passed away and the Lakers have kind of gone to the, LeBron, not super interested in the Lakers. But I'm pretty confident to know what some of the best players in the NBA are. We have out here in the West Coast, you have Mr. Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. Ryan, off the top of your head, do you know how many NBA titles Mr. Curry has accomplished in his career?
Isn't it 4?
It's somewhere in that range. I know it's certainly more than 0, and it's definitely more than 1. I think he's also there in terms of MVP awards as well. Then you have his former teammate who did have to go and team up with him to win some of those titles, but you have Mr. Kevin Durant, who's a 2-time NBA champion. Now, despite my dislike for watching LeBron James play, both you and I have made many tens of thousands of dollars from this man, including having season tickets when they made the NBA Finals his very first time with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Remember buying the tickets for a very little amount of money and selling it for a lot, as they made a deep playoff run and went to the NBA Finals.
I still have all the ticket stubs. I still have all the ticket stubs here.
Beautiful. I mean, most people would have sent those off to PSA by now. Got an opinion on those. LeBron James, still fantastic NBA player, 4 NBA championships. You mentioned I mean, to me, it's insulting to even put Kobe's name in the same. I mean, we're not even at Kobe right now. Like Kobe's in my opinion, you have Jordan, you have Kobe. That's a whole different stratosphere. You don't even like when we're talking about LeBron, KD, Curry, certainly Luka, Doncic. We're not even in. This is like comparing Justin Herbert to Tom Brady. You just don't do that. Then you have Mr. Giannis Antetokounmpo, who also, I believe, has an NBA Finals award, probably also an MVP award as well. Maybe all 3 in the same year, potentially. Also, I believe he's a top flight defensive player as well. And if you look at the team that he had, wasn't like he had Steph Curry playing next to him. Wasn't like he had Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson in his prime, Draymond Green, who's I would actually rank higher than Luka Doncic, at least when he was playing hard.
Wow.
So Luka is not even, in my opinion, has cracked the top 5. I think you could go further down the line and talk about players like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, at one time, John Wall, at one time, James Harden.
Wow.
At one time, I didn't even have Luka Doncic in my top 10 NBA players, let alone the top. But again, this guy's probably about 13 years old. He's never really seen a lot of great basketball player. I've probably watched more basketball games in a season than he's watched in his entire life, since I used to watch 2 or 3 games a night for a while and play fantasy basketball and take that very seriously. So he's probably still a little young. His balls are still getting ready to drop. And he thinks Luka is the best player because he averaged 34 points a game. I got news for you, Mr. Stuart Maloney. Whatever the fuck your name is. Got news for you, boss.
Maloney.
4401. It should be 420, dude. Clearly you're a fucking scrub, little bitch. Let me tell you something. Give me the ball as much as Luka and let me play the minutes he gets to play, and I'm going to average 34 fucking points in the NBA. They don't play defense. You can't touch them. It's an easy game. It's an easy game. Michael Jordan, if he played in this era of basketball, how many points do you think he would average? Shaq, Wilt, Kobe. If they played in this era where there was like probably 20 or 30% more possessions, don't you think they would probably average 20 or 30% more points? Probably so. And they probably would have taken a lot more threes than they did in their career. So don't give me this. Oh, he's averaging 34 points. We just ran down 4 or 5 players that have at least one, most cases, multiple NBA championship awards, most cases, at least one, multiple MVP awards. Luka, Ryan, I'll ask you again. We've done this, I think, 3 weeks in a row. How many NBA finals has Luka Doncic won as we sit here tonight?
0.
How many MVP awards has he won? Which is irrelevant to me, but I'll ask you the
0.
question.
0.
0. And allegedly, this man is in his prime of his career. He's not like one of these little babies. How old is Mr. Luka Doncic?
25.
He's 25. Okay. Still young.
26.
But he's looking like a fat 25. Like over the hill 25. Like 25 going on 35. That don't look good, guys. Get on Instagram or fucking Snap chat and look at Michael Jordan when he was 25, what he was looking like. He wasn't looking like that, guys. And need I remind you, and some people say this is racist. I don't care. I do have a Trump hat on.
Here we go.
Michael Jordan was black. And last time I checked, Ryan, I know people are uncomfortable saying these types of things, but we all know it. Black people are a hell of a lot better at basketball than white people, period. End of story. I don't, just because we're in 2024 and fucking all these little 13-year-olds don't know what gender they are and fucking they care more about Instagram likes and getting fucking laid. It still doesn't change the fact that black players are better than white players. Period. End of story. And Luka, I think we saw the peak of his career this year, and it'll be a perpetual decline really over the next several years. And I really think that the future of the NBA is probably more somebody like Mr. Victor Wembanyama, whose people have been chasing after his cards like mad over the past week or two as the Topps Chrome basketball was released. And I think for good reason. I think he has some real talent. He obviously needs to stay healthy, but he certainly has the genetics, the pedigree, the height, the game, everything that you look for in an NBA player. Luka Doncic gets the ball a lot, gets to shoot a lot, and you could have Jamal Crawford out there getting the ball as much as Luka, and he would have the same stats.
Wow. Okay. So there you go, Stewart.
So, Mr. Stewart, shut the fuck up. Suck my fucking dick, you little bitch. You don't know what you're talking about. Luka Doncic sucks. And it's not that we didn't just start saying this year. We said this since his rookie year that he sucks. People said we were crazy then, and now there's like one Stewart who hasn't, lost his virginity yet. That's the only people left.
But he averaged 34. He averaged 34, man.
Oh my God, Ryan, I've never seen an NBA player average 34.
God,
never. Oh
man.
my God. What, Shaq averaged like 40 and 20 in the playoffs one time? I mean, 34 points. Come on, guys. Even if it was 44. He has 0 rings. He's contributed I've almost contributed as much to the NBA as he has. I've been a fan of the NBA longer than he's been alive. So he's a scrub. He's garbage. You guys overpaid for his cards. There's way further downside left. Look at James Harden values. A GOAT, put that in air quote, comes around like once or twice in your whole life. That's it. And when they come around, you know it, you see it, you experience it. And then everything after that is a disappointment. And Luka is big a disappointment as I've ever seen in the NBA.
Wow.
You guys pump this guy up to something that he clearly is not. Second tier NBA player. Wouldn't put him in my top 5. I think some top 10 players have slipped. Kawhi, Paul George, number of others. Could even maybe say Durant. Certainly James Harden, John Wall. Others.
Is he better than Devin Booker?
I think those two players are the same people.
Okay.
Devin Booker sucks. And that's not the first time I've said Devin Booker sucks. Said Devin Booker sucks forever. And I'm on the record saying once he's the third person to touch the ball in Phoenix, they would actually be good. And that was the case when they went to the NBA Finals. They had a point guard, and then they had another guy that they ran the ball through, and Booker was the third guy to touch the ball. Now Booker is back to the lead guy in Phoenix, and have you seen Phoenix do shit since they've made the finals? No. They need a point guard, and they need a big man or a forward on that team, and then he's good. Same with Luka. As long as you're running the ball through Luka, he's trash. If you put him on a team where he's the third person to touch it, they probably would win the NBA Finals.
Oh, yeah. If he was the third best player, then yeah. Lock it up.
Yeah. Trash. Both of them. Trash.
Okay. So I'm sure we're going to get plenty of comments about how many points Devin Booker averaged last year and the all NBA teams he made and blah, 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 blah. So we'll show them next week. You want to talk about Shine? You want to talk about Jeff Wilson? You want to talk about Melissa Stark? The Baltimore Ravens are up.
Looks like they got off to a quick 7-0 lead. I'm not as familiar with what these teams did in the offseason, but it certainly seems like the Ravens, I don't think they made a ton of changes, maybe certainly from a star player perspective. I know that Kansas City lost one of their linemen. He's over in Cincinnati now, and they just have never really gotten a lot of good wide receivers to play. They certainly don't have any elite wide receivers. Still have Kelsey, who's another year older, and he just got like $100 million contract from Amazon to do like a podcast. So I'm not exactly sure how focused he'll be, but the two elite teams playing tonight. That's for sure. The Ravens are always just super solid. They tend to get injured. I don't know why. But they have injury. I mean, every team has injuries, but the Ravens in particular, it's like when that goes against them, it really goes against them. So if they stay healthy, we've got two teams here that certainly when we're sitting here in January, late January, both of these teams could be playing this exact same game for an AFC title game. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Of course, he just got carved up on the running game right there. Woo.
A little trick play though. There you go. Pretty good football game already. 7-7.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, this is a sport, in my opinion. I'm going to turn on Thursday. I'll turn it on Sunday. I'll tune in on Monday.
There's a game tomorrow.
There's a game tomorrow. I'll watch that. It's trash, though. Every other sport right now is trash. The NBA is a trash product. This is why people are rooting for watching the WNBA. Because at least those bitches are like trying to fucking kill Caitlin Clark, which is like actually something that used to happen in the NBA. And I mean, could we just say Caitlin Clark, she's going to have a bigger impact on trading cards than Luka Doncic ever will in his whole life. Dare I say her cards might be undervalued because her career is reminding me of somebody in the beginning. People hated on her. I understand that. What was the kid's name? Scotty Maroney or whatever the fuck his name was. Doesn't really matter, honestly. Stuart Maloney. Fucking little bitch. I mean, get some hair on your nutsack. And then come talk to me about Luka Doncic. Caitlin Clark reminds me a little bit of Tiger Woods, Ryan. You're old enough to remember this as well. Tiger Woods, when he first came on tour. What were some of the comments from the other players? They didn't like him. Buzzy Zeller said, he's going to serve collard greens next year or whatever the hell they eat at the Masters. A lot of the other players criticized him, his celebrations. this, that, and the other. And then what happened over the next 20 years? He probably put $30 million in each of these fucking idiots' pockets. Same thing's going to happen to Caitlin Clark. She's going to put millions and millions of dollars into these dumb bitches' pockets. And eventually they'll wise up. That Cheryl Swoops and fucking Sue Bird. These bitches fucking sucked at basketball. They were like a little bit better than the girl you see dominate high school. This girl's dominating the highest level in her first year. So I think at some point her cards aren't going to maybe hold these levels, but at some point they become a buy because she'll have the impact on the women's basketball game, maybe even bigger than what Tiger Woods did in golf, because Tiger Woods followed other great people. I mean, honestly, I don't think there's actually been many great WNBA players. They were good, but they weren't actually great.
Wow. Well, what she needs to do, she needs to take the Tiger Woods strategy and not dilute the value of her signature by signing anything that Panini puts in front of her. So,
well, the problem is she ain't making no money though. She's making like 70 grand, which I don't know what the taxes are in Indiana, but after you pay a couple of bucks for I mean, you might even pay tax at 77,000. No matter, even out here in California, you might not pay tax on that because you're below the limit or whatever. But she ain't making nothing. So I don't blame her for signing. She should have a fucking tour. Like that WNBA season's got to end here soon. She should fucking do like a tour or something. You know, like the fucking Simone Biles is on tour right now. That bitch probably making like a couple million. Yeah. So she should be like Taylor Swift and go on tour or something. Figure that out. I think those are pushed up, or they really actually sit that high.
I think they're fake. So,
oh, okay,
yeah, I think they're definitely fake.
All right,
so they might, sit right at that level.
Okay,
naturally,
they actually go up.
Yeah, right. She can push a button. That's what the purse is for, right here. Yeah, the purse has a little button to push them.
What kind of purse is that? That's a nice looking strap on that thing.
It's probably
that looks like a Louis.
$6,000-7,000 purse. Yeah, probably more than that.
Ones like that are way more. Well, it's like you're in the 5-figure category when because those are handmade. They hand tap those nails in.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
What had more work done? The star Michael Jordan card, or
well, which one looks better?
Yeah, which one looks better, all trimmed up? The Michael Jordan or Taylor Swift?
I don't know. I know my vote. Let's just say my vote is you can keep the boots on, and
okay,
we'll be doing just fine.
Okay. Wow. All right. So this was walking into the game today. So she's
wrong with that.
She came ready to go. She came with the uniform on. You want to talk about Mr. Shine, or do you us targeting poor Shine, or Jeff Wilson?
I say we go to Shine.
Okay, let's talk about Shine.
Or I drink too much of the goose.
I didn't listen back. We talked. I think we had a 5-hour fucking stream last time, or whatever it was, and we talked about Shine. I think toward the end, I didn't listen back, so I don't know if like we went hard on him or what the deal was. But apparently,
I vaguely remember. I think you were going pretty hard on it. I was trying to play like a little bit of a devil's advocate with him and be like, well, what if it's this? What if it's this? What if it's this? Because we don't know. So we don't know. We don't know with Shine. We admit that. But there are some circumstances that certainly I think are call for discussion. Because most people, Ryan, that are flying PJs, that have a high profile in the hobby, high profile in general, you can almost 100% of the time point exactly to where they got their bag. In fact, most of the time, they're like Kevin O'Leary. And it's like, oh, well, I sold the fucking learning company or whatever. Or it's Mark Cuban. Oh, I fucking sold the thing to Yahoo, broadcast.com to Yahoo, or whatever it was. Jeff Bezos, obviously. Steve Ballmer, obviously. Even when you go to, those guys are obviously like, kind of top of the top NBA owner stuff. Even when you take a step down a little bit, could we compare Shine to like Gary V? You know what I mean? Like, who else has a lot of money in this hobby?
Oh, Steve Aoki. That dude probably
Steve
actually does
Aoki?
make a lot of money.
Sure.
He probably does make a lot of money.
Oh, Steve Aoki fucking kills it. I mean, he kills it. He's going to get, tons of money for these DJ concerts or whatever. I mean, the MGM will just dime him out huge. I think he gets a percentage of the gate. I mean, it's just it's insane what these DJs make. The DJs fucking make more than a lot of these recording artists do. Shine, we have no idea. Shine, we have no idea. We have no idea if this is his money. We have no idea if this is somebody else's money. We have no idea if, there's somebody behind him. We don't know. We don't know. And that is pretty unusual. That is actually pretty darn unusual.
And actually, that would not matter. It would not matter at all where his money came from or what he was spending it on. Like, nobody would care. But I think the point I was trying to make last show is, one, this guy was traipsed out at Fanatics Fest. They had his collection on display. He had his own booth. The biggest break of the century. He was featured up there with the likes of Peyton Manning and Allen Iverson. Here he is, essentially, quite literally arm in arm with Michael Rubin and the other guys who runs the trading card division at Fanatics. So it actually wouldn't matter if it was drug money or legal money or dad's money or investment money or any kind of money. But he does flex it on Instagram. He is propped up by other people in the hobby. At the quote biggest event of the hobby, he had his own section where they displayed his collection. There are a lot of rich people in the hobby, but a lot of times they aren't so public with their purchases. And again, if they are, a lot of times you can point to, well, that person's famous, that person's rich, that person had a huge business, whatever it is. It is interesting that this guy has one of the best collections, and you can't talk about where the money came from, or you're targeting the poor guy, apparently. Because I don't know if you saw, Colin, after our live stream last week on Blowout Sports Cards, there was a thread that was removed that said we were targeting poor Shine 150. Botch Club with the 199 asking if there are any wrestling fans in the house. There were plenty at Fanatics Fest. That's for dang sure.
God. Yeah.
They weren't looking at Shine's card. They were going to go meet the Miz or whoever, any number of WWE stars that were in attendance. But I did want to I want to give you a chance to respond. Do you feel like we were targeting Shine? Were we too hard on him? Should we just not care about him, blowing so much? If it was $100 cards or $500 cards, I don't think anybody would care. But he's literally buying some of the best modern cards. They appear to it looks like he dips mostly into modern, but he's buying some of the best modern cards. And I think it is interesting that I think this is the most interesting actually story in the hobby. That this guy is buying these very expensive cards. There's a mugshot of him for drug trafficking. And there's no other thing you can point to where this guy got his money to be able to spend it like he does. And he has the ear of celebrities and Michael Rubin and people at Fanatics, or at least it appears so on Instagram. This is way more interesting than Topps Chrome basketball or the unlicensed shit that Topps is making, or the swan song of products that Panini is coming out with. But that's just my opinion. Former drug user, still to this day blowing millions on cards, flies around in PJs, pals around with famous people. And little old Sports Card Radio is targeting poor Shine 150 and slandering his good name. I do want to get into how Shine is being targeted, but do you find this as interesting as I do? That this is just kind of a cool story.
I think, I mean, I think in general, like he could be, like you had that, what was the beer company that had like the most interesting man in the world? Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if we were to like put up a top 3 or 4 most interesting men in the hobby, I think we do a good job highlighting the women. I think we got an email today from another one. They all seem to appreciate the content. But I think if we were to do men, most interesting collectors of the hobby, I mean, Shine's got to be pretty close up there because there is a little bit of mystique around the guy. Whereas with Jim Irsay, where the guy, I mean, you don't know maybe exactly where the guy gets his money, but he owns the fucking Colts or whatever. So it's like, yeah, okay. Nat Turner, it's like, whatever, Some of these other guys that have come up on some money and then they buy cards, it's kind of like, whatever. But this guy does pal around with the industry, does seem to actually really care about the cards, shows up at the Fanatics Fest, doesn't just show up. He's up there again on the biggest break of the century, breaking the product with Peyton Manning and stuff like that. So this guy's kind of interesting. And I think it is okay to be like, well, wait a second. Where, who is this guy? Who is this guy? We know some things about his past, but the past is the past. The past is the past. But is the past also the present? Also, is this his money? Is he the guy buying these cards? Because again, most people out there, they strive to buy these types of cards. These cards going for this type of money brings in interest and increases the value potentially of other cards. I mean, if a triple logo man, Kobe, LeBron, whoever, Kobe, LeBron, that's Kobe, LeBron, Jordan. If this goes for X million, well, then when you have Durant, LeBron, and Curry on one, well, this kind of sets the bar. And so if it's his money is setting the bar for the high-end trading, the premium one-of-one, top-of-the-line trading cards. If it's a bunch of backers behind him, it's their money setting the bar. If the money is completely legit and legal, by all means, that's fantastic. But if the high end is getting propped up by illegal activities, I think the hobby should know that or have some indication of that. And maybe these cards aren't worth nearly what they are selling for right now. Because when you make your money illegally, you tend to spend it as easily as you got it. I don't know about you, Ryan, but you run into wealthy people in your life. They're often described as cheap because they worked fucking pretty damn hard for their money. They understand too, every dollar that comes in, 46, 48 cents goes out the door to the United States government. They probably got 3 sugar babies and 3 kids in college. You show Melissa Stark. It's mama, sugar mama. That's the baby. Was that the golf course and like the junior golf? Not the junior golf, the junior college. Not junior golf. Junior college was there. I was like, God damn, I'm getting old.
Careful.
It's just looking like fucking like this shit look way too young. Anyways, Shine, either personally or with a group of investors or with a group that is washing money or whatever. So a number of different scenarios that we've already gone over. He is setting the bar for these cards. He might even be on the bidding end of these cards when maybe not you and I are bidding on it, but maybe Bob Boozle's wife, probably pretty successful. She might throw a bid on a Steph Curry 101 every once in a while. And certainly when these cases come up in breaks and the bounties get thrown around or just the pricing on the breaks, well, a lot of the pricing is getting set based on the top card's value. If there's $1 million card, I mean, look at Topps Chrome Basketball. Just the base Wemby's, I think base Wemby's were $80, $90 or $100, which is very similar to like what a Prism goes for, I think. But base autograph Wemby's were going for like a couple grand. And I was buying into some breaks this last week, and it was like just to get the Wemby spot, I think in like a single box was like $400 or $500. Yeah. Maybe it's a 2-box break. I don't know. But like his autographs are going for like a couple $1,000.
Yeah.
This is more than like what Kobe's go for a lot of times. So he is setting the mark for this stuff. He is in part driving up the prices of this high end. And so I think it would just be natural as collectors to say, well, where's that money coming from? Is it a pool of investors? And if that's the case, man, it's going to be hard to compete against that. And prices ain't never coming down. If it's chartering jets from Colombia to Miami, you ain't never competing against those profit margins. Never, ever, ever, ever. But if it's some private equity and he got a big cash out of some software business or fucking something that hamburger stands or something, I don't know. Maybe. Well, that money will run out, and this dude will not be buying. This guy will be selling these cards at some point. And that's the other thing that you have to worry about. What happens when Shine wants to cash out? What happens to the values of the cards then? Definitely interesting guy, interesting lifestyle. I mean, he's basically just like flexing him collecting cards. I mean, it's like every person's dream that's in this hobby. And I think that's why the guys on the blowout forums, they, want to simp for him, clock in and simp for him. Because this is exactly what they want to do.
Okay. This guy probably does have a lot of people licking his ass and trying to get on the PJ and trying to get them to follow him and fucking shine, notice me. Can one person in his little group and his little posse help this guy out when he's buying products? He was the guy involved with the Logan Paul and the fucking G.I. Joe popped out of the BBCE. Can somebody tell Shine about BBCE and that you shouldn't trust the rap? Don't you think the CT scanning shit that's going around, don't you think the number one victim to CT scanning has been Shine 150?
Absolutely.
Where's his little fucking posse making sure that he doesn't, and speaking of blowout cards, that Shine doesn't get too close to Tom Fish or Adam Martin at DA Card World, who are little sharks in the water, and they see a guy like Shine and they're going to just try to extract as much money as possible. They're going to target Shine. It's ironic that on the Blowout Forum, they said Sports Card Radio was targeting Shine. No, Tom Fish and Blowout Sports Cards are targeting Shine. They've probably sold him CT scanned boxes. There's probably been very few people in terms of dollar amount who have been defrauded and scammed more than Shine. So the little simps and the little dick riders and the people trying to get on his little PJ, why don't you look out for this guy a little more? Why don't you make yourself useful? And if the money sticks around, maybe you'll end up on the PJ. You'll still be on the PJ in a few years. But I actually kind of feel bad for this guy. If the money's legitimate, I don't care actually if the money is legitimate. Here's the funny thing. Shine could go to any card show and he's like one of the least shady guys in the fucking building. So think about that. We're targeting Shine. Go put that on in the Blowout Forum. That if Shine went to any card show in America, he's literally one of the least shady guys in the whole place. Put that in your forum and fucking smoke it. But if the money is legitimate, if he really does love these cards and he's just trying to build a collection, and there's all these motherfuckers trying to sell him CT scan boxes or sell him trimmed cards or sell him fucking crap.
Skunk cases and breaks and shit. Like if he's the incremental buyer in a break that costs whatever $20,000 to get in,
they'll just rig it.
This
guy's been rigged so many times because everybody knows what the deal is. Hey, Shine's got money just falling out of his ass. Like, just go scoop it up, kiss his ass and get some of it. So I hope there's some people around him that legitimately are his friend and are legitimately watching out for him. And maybe the money never runs out. And maybe so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? But I hope that he does have real people in this hobby looking out for him, because this motherfucker could get scammed every fucking day. And that would be a bad thing. If he is a true real collector, and it does seem like he really actually does appreciate the cards. The only criticism that I would have with Shine, and I don't want to call it a criticism. The only observation I would make is in all these Instagram photos and some of the PJ shots that we get, we never see any females. Like, there's literally never any females. So it kind of, like, didn't he have a shot with him getting, like, they're all dudes getting on this private jet. So that's the only, I don't want to call that a criticism, but that's just an observation.
I would, counter that by saying your Instagram feed, maybe not quite as, followed as Mr. Shine's, but you certainly don't subscribe to the, I'm going to post me hanging out. But you don't,
I also don't post me with men. I don't show me getting on a jet with men or out with men or pictures.
This is true. Men. You had a reel that I think was posted by Auburn Trading Card Show. And you said, Mary, show up at the Auburn Trading Card.
Yes, we are trying to get Mary Gamble to show up to the Auburn Trading Card Show. The one in, I think it's in November, not the one this weekend, but the one in November. We're definitely trying to get Mary Gamble to come out. We're negotiating that as we speak. We may even, we
can't confirm or deny that might have tickled the earbuds. But I would say there's better than a 0% chance that Shine is still, chartering the jets from Columbia to Miami. There's probably a slightly better than 0% chance that Miss Gamble shows up in Northern California.
We're trying.
Sets up next to Sports Card Radio.
We're trying. Flights aren't cheap. She lives all the way in New York. So we got to get her out to Auburn. So we're negotiating. But I want to get your thoughts. Do you feel bad for Shine in any, like, that he's possibly a victim of the CT scanning shit and some of the scams that go on with the high end?
I mean, I think it's a stretch to call him a victim. I think that's probably a little further than I would want to go. I think he's probably certainly aware of these types of things. My guess is he, like a lot of people too. I don't know how old he is, but it's like he's probably still learning the hobby to a certain degree. The Logan Paul incident where it was, oh, this is BBC Wrapped. That was probably a learning experience for him and Logan Paul and some of these guys that have ran into money one way or another and come into this hobby and are the fish. We're not talking Tom Fish. We're talking, these are it's like a poker game, right? You're at the MGM every single day. Okay. You're like DA Cardworld guy. You're the blowout guy. You're like all of these guys that have been in the hobby forever. Brian Gray, the guys that worked at Panini Tops. These guys have been in the hobby forever. Okay. Very similar to the poker games that run on a daily basis at the Venetian or the Bellagio. There's a regular group of guys that show up every single day and are playing 10, 25, 10, 100, 200, whatever it is, whatever you're playing, you show up every single day or every Thursday and Friday at the Bellagio and you play. And you become, part of the wallpaper of the Bellagio or the Aria. And then 2020 kind of comes around, 2021, some of these young guys come in. They want to start spending their money on some of this stuff. And these guys walk into the MGM. These guys walk into the Bellagio and they want to play 1020. And ooh, the eyes light up on the Mealy Pops, on the Tom Fishes, the Adam Martins. Their eyes light up and they, ooh, we got a fish sitting down at the game. And ooh, they got a lot of money. That happens every single day in Las Vegas. When you're sitting down at the house, I mean, they know they're going to win. So they ain't even sweating. But at the poker tables, they have to rely on fishes coming into the game. Jeff Wilson, I think, is still a fish, who we'll talk about later in today's show. Is still a fish. Still gets taken advantage of. Desmond fucking Ritter for 30,000, 25, whatever it was. Rothkard saw him and reeled him in. Saw the fish and reeled him in. And that's what this business is all about. You've got the veterans that have been in the hobby for a really, really, really long time. And then they see the new... They know what cards are being dealt. They know what the waitresses look like. They know the hours of the poker room. They know not to order the fish and chips off the menu. They know it all by now. They've been there time and time again. But the Shine 150s, they're brand new. They're brand new, and they're bringing some brand new money in.
No, big money.
Brand new big money in. Money that Tom Fish never seen before. Backyard Breaks never seen before. Other breakers, Blez, never seen before. So when that money comes walking through the door, it's just like a poker player sitting down at the MGM and the Bellagio. They're going to say, hey, how you doing? Where are you from, Ryan? Oh, welcome to the Bellagio. Oh, you want the number 1 seat? Sure. I'll get Mary's the waitress. She's fantastic. Yeah, they'll comp your room here. Oh, every hour you play, Ryan. Oh, and there's a bad beat jackpot. Ryan, there's a bad beat jackpot too. And if you get your kings cracked, you get $2,000. You should wait around for that. Oh, and at 5 they spin the wheel over there. Everybody is so nice to you when you sit down at a poker table. Oh, they're so nice to me. I showed up at the Bellagio, Ryan, with 3 racks of chips, and man, the guys at the table were really nice to me. And I think that's how the hobby is treating Mr. Shine, Mr. Jeff Wilson. That is why the rest of the hobby actually props up Jeff Wilson, props up Shine. This is why you get propped up. Because if you walked into the Bellagio with 5 racks of chips and a nice watch and looking like you don't give a shit about anything, especially money, you're going to get propped up. Oh yeah, that's 4-bedroom suite, Ryan, at the top floor. That is open for you. Here's the key cards.
Do you want her to be 5'3", 5'5",
Right.
5'8"?
Oh yeah.
Do you like guys? Do you like trannies? Do you like what do you like?
Just them all. Just get them all up there. But that is what's happening here. That the Sharks see a new player sitting down at the table with a couple of racks of chips. And they are saying, hey, Mr. Shine. Oh, we'll put your collection out on Fanatics Fest. Oh, Mr. Geoff Wilson. Oh, man, we'll give you some allocation. We love you, Geoff. You buying $30,000 ninth tier quarterbacks. Here you go. From a fifth tier grading company, not second tier, fifth tier. So these guys, Shine, Geoff Wilson, many others, they're cut out of the same cloth. Cut out of the same cloth. They get their money one way or another. PPP loans, wife being mega successful, Colombian private jets, private equity. I don't fucking tech investments. Doesn't really matter. Maybe it's a group of guy, Kevin O'Leary behind him. Kevin O'Leary could throw $2 million at him. It's not going to make his day. And Shine's sitting down at the table with a couple racks of chips, and the industry is like, ooh, we got a new fish sitting at the table. Tom Fish is like, ooh.
Yeah, this is one of the greatest all-time photos in the history of the hobby. From left to right, you have blowout cards, Tom Fish, you got Kevin O'Leary of Shark Tank, and then you got our boy Shine 150. I mean, here's the CT scanner on the left. He just got done scanning all the boxes, and then here he gonna sell. Fish gonna sell the boxes to Mr. Wonderful and Shine.
Untucked polo. After all these years, Tom Fish, untucked polo.
Look at him looking like a fucking scrub.
Jeans that don't fit. Red shoes on. Fucking don't match anything that he has on. Kevin's there, fucking sporty jean jacket, red belt. Fucking, he's got a nice watch on. Shine's there with a nice little members only jacket. It's like the perfect Coke jacket. Got a little tan colored, probably Louis Vuitton t-shirt on, white jeans, got a little Nautilus on his wrist. Yep. It is the reg at the poker games on the left, and the newbies are sitting down to the right. And that's what we're witnessing right now. And that is why these guys get propped up. People wonder, why does Geoff get propped up? Why does Shine get propped up? Why do these breakers get popped up? They're the suckers, guys. They're the suckers. Why does Filth Bomb Breaks get all the special treatment? Because those guys are probably got the fucking Columbia money coming over too, and everybody knows it, and they're like, well, I'll get some of that. I'll sell these guys cases. They're willing to work off a 3% margin. Fuck, I just have to push the send button from the distributor down in Texas, and these dorks will fucking buy it and sit there all night sweating their asses off breaking it. Mealy fucking pops. His profile lowered a little bit.
No shit. Don't hear from him no more.
Nope. So yeah, that's why these guys get propped up, because they're good for the game. They're good for the game. They're good for the cash game. And they're useful. They're very useful. And guys, if you walk around a card show and you can't spot any of the suckers in the room, it's absolutely you. If you walk around the card show and you can't find 25 people that are more shady than Shine, keep looking. Keep looking. You haven't been in the hobby long enough. If you look around the hobby and you think, oh, Geoff Wilson's just doing this for the kids. Oh, Taylor shot. Oh, so did she put jeans on? Maybe it was just, we didn't get. Geoff's just doing it for the kids, Ryan, and trying to grow the hobby. That's the narrative that they put on him. He didn't start out fucking for the kids and the hobby and all this. He set out to make some fucking money. And everybody sees how he spends money like he fucking doesn't give a shit. So yeah, oh, Geoff's great. Cards HQ is great. This is what happens to a lot of these people. They surround themselves with people that don't have your best interest. Don't actually tell you, no, dude, you're fucking stupid. Tom Fish fucking views you as a fucking sucker. All these breakers selling you spots. They don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, they're just going to rig it.
You don't need to surround yourself with an entire posse of people with that attitude, but having some people in your life that'll tell you you're fucking stupid. You're the fish. You're the sucker. That does help. And we certainly can fill that void. For Shine wants to meet us at the Bellagio, wants to meet us at any of the said properties. More, maybe more up our alley. Probably the Aria, definitely the Cosmopolitan would probably be our speed. More than willing to sit down.
There's 2 seats right there. There's 2 empty seats right there. There we go. Shine.
They're coming to pick us up.
Just come pick us up, buddy. Any day, anytime. We can fondle some cards and we can steer you clear of these CT scanned boxes that you have absolutely been sold.
Oh my God.
There's nobody who's been scammed more than Shine, probably in the last
dollar amount for sure.
Dollar amount than Shine. Even the 2 million in Dallas, if that was a real thing or not. Maybe that was a scam. Funny how you don't hear about. Remember when everybody was said, "Oh God, the FBI and the police are going to find those people in Dallas." Yeah, that didn't happen. Fucking idiots. Tell me you live in a small town in the Midwest if you thought the police was going to give a fuck about some stupid pictures of men being stolen from a fucking card show. The equivalent of a flea market, basically. But our boy Shine, come pick us up. We'll keep you away from the fishes and the Adam Martins and the sharks and the vultures and the people trying to take advantage. The people targeting you, Shine. There are people targeting you, Mr. Shine. And here at Sports Card Radio, we could fend off some of those bullets that are coming after you and coming after your money. So even if this was Coke money, God, like I said, this man could go to any card show in America. It could be a 10-table show in the Midwest, and Shine would be the least shady person in the whole fucking room. So shout out to our boy Shine. Maybe we'll end up on the PJ someday. But any more thoughts on Shine? It looks like what did 13. Chiefs just got a touchdown, so we got Taylor Swift action.
Field goal.
Oh, field goal. My bad.
13-7.
13-7.
Baltimore has not scored since the opening drive.
Interesting.
Kansas City, I think, has drove down the field a few different times and have gotten 10 points out of it. So we've got a good old battle going against two very, very high quality teams here. And I'm thrilled. I'm sure like everybody else in the chat, I'm thrilled that the NFL is back on. I can't wait till Sunday. I'm literally going to sit on my fucking ass and watch football for pretty much the entire day. I could not have gotten fired from my job, Ryan, at a better time. We got college football. I told everybody at my job, because I knew I was going to get fired since December or whatever of last year. It took him 6 months to do it. I told everybody, they were like, "Oh, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?" I was like, "I'm going to sit on my fucking ass and watch college football and fucking NFL football." And that's what that's exactly what I intend to do. Put on my white gold Submariner and fucking watch football.
I actually quit a job. This is a long time ago. I've not cared about the NFL in this long time, but so this is like 20 years ago, literally, maybe more than that. and I had a job. I was like a manager at Target or something. And I remember it was like a Thursday game or whatever. And I was so into fantasy sports in the NFL that I quit my job the day the NFL started because I was like, nope, can't work on Sundays, can't work on Thursdays. So we gave up financial freedom to sweat the NFL action on Sundays. So this is an exciting day between the betting and the fantasy sports and people who are fans of any of these teams, this is just a great time of year. So, and everybody's 0-0 and so you can't be too down on your team yet. They haven't lost any games yet. So very exciting time.
Oh yeah. And I'm selling
almost as exciting if Shine picked us up in the fucking PJ and we went to the Burbank card show or something like that, or the Auburn card show this weekend.
I mean, I love Juan, but if say there's the Stockton Airport and you can skirt your PJ into that thing. So let's say Shine skirts in to the Stockton Airport with the Peach, and he's like, homies, I heard what you said. I think he can DM. We got a DM from him on Instagram, so he can DM us, be like, "Hey, I'm in Stockton. Come get on the jet."
Okay.
Are we going to the Auburn trading card show, or are there a plethora of other options that we would rather explore?
I think you go on the PJ and you hope that Shine keeps all the females off his Instagram for a reason, because there's like 20 of them in the suite when we show up or something like that. So he's just keeping it like DL.
Maybe he needs us. Maybe that's why he needs us, because we could bring we could bring we can maybe drag that in.
Okay.
Because I think we've actually had a high rate. You know how like in the MLB, Ryan, right now, like if you're batting like 280, you're fucking like all-star and shit, let alone fucking 300. Okay. I think if you add up the females that we've talked about on the show and divide that number by how many have contacted us, we are not just at an all-star level. We are probably at a Hall of Fame all-time great level of batting average. Would you agree?
I would totally agree.
Yeah.
Michael Rubin commented on his post. So, this is the most interesting guy in the whole hobby right now. And nobody, all the ball lickers and the Fanatics people have to lick his ass because they're trying to get a piece of this money. And so nobody kind of want to rock the boat, be like, well, where'd this money come from? Well, I think it's an honest question to ask. Like, hey, I think if we were rolling around spending a bunch of money, there'd probably be 4 podcasts be like, how did Sports Card Radio get that money? How'd they get on a PJ?
Oh man, what they? Oh, the Mercedes and the fucking Louis and fucking this.
No, we've been hearing about the Tesla and the Louis and the this and the that. And I mean, my Tesla's 5 years old and people think I'm flexing it every day for some reason. I mean, I got 80,000 miles on the damn thing. Well, I should go put it on Instagram. Like, oh, look at my fucking 2019 Tesla. So this is interesting. And we will keep tabs on Mr. Shine. Maybe he'll pick us up in the PJ this weekend, and we can either go to the Auburn Trading Card Show or we can go to the Cosmo in Las Vegas and check out the merchandise in Las Vegas.
Let's go.
Maybe we'll hang out with Taylor. Maybe Melissa Stark will be there. Maybe their younger siblings.
We do a lot better than that. Trust me.
I think we go high end. Yeah, I think if Shine picks us up, I'm expecting high end, baby.
What do you know about high end in Vegas?
I know that high end in Vegas, everything has a price. So
we have a caller. I'm going to get my chaser.
Oh, just as we're about to talk about Mr. Jeffrey Wilson. We have a clip to play of Jeffrey Wilson. We'll watch one of his videos where he said he made $144,000. That has 26,000 views. That's a lot. But just as we're about to talk about Mr. Wilson, the woman who wanted to slap Mr. Wilson with a flip-flop, maybe we'll get that opportunity at the National in Rosemont in 2025. But before that, Christine, welcome to the program. You must have known we were about to talk about Mr. Wilson.
No.
Is that why you called?
I guess it was either good or bad timing. I don't know which, but hey, Colin, Brian, Tim, how you guys doing tonight?
We're doing amazing.
Say hello to the goose.
Hello, Goose. Duck, duck, goose.
God, I need something.
I think for bingo, it's going to be called Naughty Bingo. I think we could agree on that name. What do you guys think?
Okay. I'm in for that.
Yeah, for Naughty Bingo? Okay.
I'm in for Chicago Naughty Bingo. And to get into the party, you have to wear flip-flops. And that's it.
Okay. Let's have a good time.
And we're inviting Shine because
look, I don't care.
Maybe we'll get on the PJ afterward.
What people do with their money is none of my business. That's all.
What would you do if you had some of Jeff Wilson's money? What would you be buying? If you had some of Jeff Wilson's riches,
how much
are we talking? Cards?
You got to give me an amount, though.
How about 100 racks? He spent 100 racks on this MJ card we're going to be talking about. If you had 100 racks and you had to spend it on cards, what would you buy?
Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle what? Like, are we going
his highest rookie I could for 100,000?
So the Bowman or the tops? 52 tops?
Whichever one was worth more.
Okay.
It wouldn't matter to me if you want the truth. I mean, a Mickey Mantle rookie's a Mickey Mantle rookie. It'd be impressive regardless, you know. But I mean, if I had that kind of money, I would help people, you know, anonymously, then spend it on cards if you want the truth. I would buy like a single mother who's working hard and takes the bus every day. I'd buy her a car. I would help people go to college. Nobody would know it was me though, but I wouldn't. If I had money like that, I wouldn't be buying cards. That's all.
College these days, man, and more than 100 racks, you're going to need like a fucking $1.5 million to put a couple kids in college these days. It sounds like.
You know, I was just saying, you know, I could think of better things to do than
what. Speaking of better things to do, what are your plans this weekend? You got the Bills playing. Are you going to be jumping off tables? Are you part of the Bills Mafia? Like, how does that work? You going into town? You going to the bar? What's your plans for the Sunday Bills extravaganza?
Well, Bills Mafia for sure. Oh, we win the Super Bowl. I'm going through all kinds of tables. I'll jump through a glass table. I'd be so happy. I wouldn't.
Wow, we need to see that. Wow, we need to see that. Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't matter to me, but. No, I stay in my room and watch the game because I can't be trusted in public. I say a lot of bad words. And then I say a lot of like racist words, but not to the people, to different races.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Not the actual race, but to other people who are not that race. I get so
I think we know what you mean.
Yeah, and I just stay in my room. It's best for all.
It's best for everybody that you say, but you're expecting a win over. It looks like they're playing the Arizona Cardinals. Our boy Kyler Murray, you got to worry about him. Yeah. But you're expecting Bills Mafia to come out on top on
opening
Sunday.
Day in Buffalo. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Kyler Murray. Okay, yeah,
so
verified.
You don't seem concerned at all. And then have you been
Josh Allen?
Our boy Josh. Actually, I'm hoping the Bills win because I literally have 100 Josh Allens over on of the Bills on the table over there, and I'm going to list them all on eBay if they win. So let's make this happen, Josh Allen. So I'm going to be a part of honorary member of Bills Mafia this weekend. So,
that star card that Jeff Wilson had. Okay. When he was at the National. He was talking shit about you guys without mentioning you because, you know, he's passive aggressive. So he was throwing that Jordan card in your faces saying, oh, people called me stupid. I didn't know what I was doing. But if you notice, he was only talking to a few people. And once one person legitimized that card, it was worth that. But there's only a certain fringe who will buy that over the Fleer. So I look at it as, yeah, it's trimmed. Of course it's trimmed. I mean, half of these cards are, I don't trust anything he does or says, but I think he's one of the worst things for the hobby that ever happened. Shine,
Wow.
hey, if he's rich, he's rich. Throw your money around. What the hell?
Would you get on the PJ with Shine?
No.
If Shine wanted to come to New York, would you get on the PJ with him?
No.
Why?
I don't know the guy. I don't trust him.
He's got a fucking PJ and he's got the
What?
triple logo mans. You're not hopping on the PJ with Shine?
So what? A lot of people have had private jets that have done terrible shit.
Christine, if the private jet shows up and
no, I don't know the guy. Sorry, I don't know him. And I'm saying that because, if what you're saying is true, I'm not saying if it is or isn't, and he screwed someone over in a deal, sooner or later somebody's going to come looking for him. And I don't want
the Colombian government is going to be
whoever. But I'm just saying, I try to stay away from that stuff. That's not a good life to be in. So I'd rather just.
Oh, man.
No, I'm good. Wow. I could pay commercial. Okay. I'm fine with that.
You're going to take commercial to the card show. Okay.
If you guys had a private jet, that's different.
Okay. What if Shine picked us up and then we're going to come pick you up and then we're going to Nashville? Would you get on? If we were on the PJ with Shine, would you come on the private jet?
Yes. If
okay, we're going to work on that. All
okay.
Right, we're working on that. We're going to work on that.
I'm just saying, I don't know the guy. I wouldn't just go on a private jet. And he's got like 6 guys with him. So that's kind of weird, but whatever. And you're right. See, people like that have yes men. And that's the worst thing you could have. See, a friend tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And I have friends in my life. My family's like that. My friends are like that. What I need to hear, not what I want to hear. How is that a friend? That's a yes man. And that's somebody who's looking for an angle, and it's somebody who's looking for money. And if you spend your whole day scanning card boxes, I kind of feel sorry for you. I mean, is that what that guy did? You said with red shoes on, or whoever that guy was? Like,
well, I was alleging that that's a possibility that might happen.
He did
Shine so we get for legal reasons. Yeah, we don't want to make a stone cold allegations, but Shine is known to open these boxes, and I think he did it at Fanatics Fest. That these boxes are like $80,000 each. 2009 Ultimate Collection or whatever, and it would be almost foolish to think that those haven't gone through an X-ray machine, a scanner, at least been weighed. And there's only a few people who are selling those boxes, typically Blowout Sports Cards and D8 Card World. But
here's my other point about this. A lot of these cards are 1-on-1s, right? What do you have it?
Oh, yeah.
What do you have to compare it to? How do you compare the weight? How do you compare the price? How would you compare those to other 1-on-1s of the player? I don't know how you would compare those prices, but I saw that refractor Mike Trout he had, and last I looked, it was $250,000. If you go down, I think it was that orange.
Yeah,
Mike
I mean,
Trout.
some of these cards, these Jordans are like a million each.
Yeah,
damn near. The exquisites.
I just saw that Mike Trout one because that's one of the rarest one. It probably is in the millions. But what I'm saying is, okay, if you have all these cards, who's going to buy them from you? And isn't it like a car? Once you drive it off the lot, it loses its value. So who's going to buy these? Who has money? Not only who has money, but who has money in the card game to buy cards like that? That's my other question. That's a lot of money right there. That's a lot of money.
Right. And I think it's interesting that it's coming from a guy where you can't point to, oh, he invested in Facebook, or, oh, he started this $1 billion company, or, oh, his dad was super rich, or whatever it is. And I don't know if this guy's from America or not. Maybe it's coming from a country. I mean, Colin and I know a guy who's well connected and in another country.
There we
So
go.
it's like it's possible it comes from there, but I don't know why you wouldn't be able to point to that and say, oh, well, his dad is the prime minister of whatever, and it's
Just
oil
go keep
money
your
or
mouth
whatever.
shut. Sometimes that's the smartest thing to do. You know,
Which is the flexing is interesting. The pictures with Mike Rubin, and it'd be one thing if he again was acquiring these cards almost in secret, but it's very public. He's traipsed out at the biggest breaks and the biggest events, and we don't know much about him.
Is this just like cards he puts out, or does he do other Instagrams like I'm in the Mediterranean on my yacht, or does he just do cards?
To my knowledge, yeah, that's what I'm wondering is, there's not like I'm on the
You
yacht
know what
with
I mean?
8 bitches, right?
You know, like it if so, then only a few select people are seeing him or know who he is. So
Sure.
I mean, if this is what he portrays, then I mean, good for him. But I'm just saying, I've never seen anything other than him with Michael Rubin. And I know once you get in with Michael Rubin, there's a price to pay for that, boys. There's a price to pay.
There's some rumors that some of Rubin's parties are like Diddy's parties, so we could be talking about a heavy price.
Yeah, no,
that's
no joke. I mean, if you could make a rapper hop around like a bunny rabbit and tape it and laugh at him, and you're still doing it, something's going on. You got something on a lot of people.
It's interesting.
Just saying. To me, that's just a bad crowd I wouldn't want to be involved with. And I'm not kissing Michael Rubin's ass. He doesn't look, I don't think he's into women, but if he was, I still would have. But I'm just saying that there's a price to pay for all your actions. You know, like the Duck Duck Goose here, Colin.
Yeah.
The more he drinks, the more buttons become unbuttoned. I noticed that. First,
like
it was all his hat was all nice. Now it's a little crooked. His headphones are.
I'm waiting for Shine to dip that PJ down.
Shirt's all down.
Things up in the air, baby. Start talking about the Cosmo gets me excited.
My cousins in Coronado, they went to the what do you call it? What's that show you were talking about? You went to Ryan Vanderpump. What's the name of their place?
Oh, Sir and Tom.
Tom. That's the one she's at.
Tom.
They just got there a couple days ago.
Ooh, I want a full report.
So I said, if anything happens, let me know. I could call my boys there. They'll be there.
I need to know what's going on there.
I'm checking for my invite. I don't see it yet.
Yeah, exactly.
My cousin, she's with her fiance. She's smoking hot. Oh my God. Gorgeous.
I say is completely locked down, and as we've learned from Tim,
gorgeous.
Really doesn't matter.
Stay away, Tim.
Can you have her call into the show?
No, she won't do it.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
So Christine, we're about to talk about your boy Geoff. You've got the Bills beating Kyler Murray this weekend. Anything else you want to say before we light up your boy Geoff here and this interesting story about the Star 84 card?
Sure. Tim, congratulations on the Olympics. I thought they were teasing. I didn't know you were really with the Olympic volleyball team. I think that's amazing. Boys, I'm trying to get out there for the 2028 Olympics for sure. I don't care what event it is. I'll go watch equestrian. Don't matter to me. But Tim, congratulations, man. That's a hell of an honor. My God, to represent your country. But thank you guys for everything. And I want to hear what you have to say about this because this is suspect here. And you ever wonder if he's selling these to himself?
I think we're going to try to, we're going to try to get into all the options and like what's really going on here with Geoff and these cards and like what's the real story here?
Something isn't right here. I can't put my finger on it, but hey, Colin, did you get those flip-flops up yet? Just kidding.
That was the goal today.
So
That was the goal today.
Everything is so crazy.
Clearly, the goal was not accomplished, though.
No, that's I'm just teasing you. Just because your shirt's down, I mean, you're just having a good old time tonight.
I'm loose right now. We're loose with the goose right now.
I like it. But yeah, fellas, I'm curious to hear what you have to say about them. And thanks for having me on, Ryan, Colin, Tim. Have a good night, fellas. Nice seeing everyone.
Thank you for seeing. Thank you.
Good night.
Good to see you.
We will see if she's jumping off of tables this weekend in Buffalo.
I tell you what, I think the Bills have had enough success. They haven't had the ultimate success, but you're not jumping off tables if you're the Bills if you win a game. I think the Bills are in the
preseason games. They're just crazy out there. They're just doing it.
I mean, yeah, they're crazy. Probably because there's nothing else going on in Buffalo.
Probably.
Shine is not taking his PJ to Buffalo.
Probably not.
I think there's higher probability he dips it down in Stockton because if he is pushing the weight still, there's a lot of buyers, as we would know. We probably would know a few.
He could make a drop off, is what you're saying.
Yes, indeed. We know where he could drop it off. We could probably make him a couple, make him a logo man.
And get a police escort down there too. I mean, for that as well. That's why the guys who thought, oh, they're gonna find who robbed the Dallas card show. It's like, guys, Shine could take his PJ to Stockton and drop off 20 kilos of coke and get a police escort to drop it off to any guy in the hood you wanted to. Jesus, guys, wake the fuck up.
Fucking Dallas card show. Probably the cops that helped him steal.
The FBI is calling. The FBI is gonna show up. Shut the fuck up, the FBI. It'll take them 8 years to figure it out.
The FBI knew who shot up the school in Georgia the other day. They didn't do shit about it.
They didn't do shit. Yeah, exactly. FBI. So, yeah. So, I mean, our boy Shine, hopefully he picks us up, takes us to the Auburn Card Show or takes us to the Cosmo and buys us some expensive drinks or some expensive females.
You don't got to buy nothing. Just touch the wings down and we'll it's the rest is on me.
Yeah, there we go. Well, yeah, exactly.
He ain't the only one with Louis bags.
He does have a nice one. Do you want to talk about Mr. Jeffrey Wilson?
Oh, let's look at some of these cards first, though.
It looks like
the end of the cards. Hey, this is going to go real. This is going to go over like a lead brick in the chat. But both of these statements, I was buying into breaks because I had like $1 million in credit at Fanatics Live. And by $1 million, it was like $225.
That's not bad.
So I was like, okay, let me try to spend this. So, trying to hook up some of the homies. I'll try to get on Valor Sports Cards next week. But I rocked it over to Mojo Break. And I don't know what's fucking out there. I don't know what people are breaking. I know they're breaking this Topps Chrome shit, but the time I was on there, they weren't breaking that. They were breaking this Topps Chrome Composite football. Ryan, have you seen Topps Chrome Composite?
I've heard about it.
I don't even think it's Topps Chrome Composite. It's just Topps Composite football.
Composite.
Have you seen this?
Yes.
Have you seen some of this? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not that. Like, this is not that bad of a product. Yeah, what the fuck? God damn.
They need to get their shit fixed, bro. There's like 5 people on this website. Stop talking about fucking.
No way. And the Cardboard Connection's down. Everybody's got to go to Topps.
God damn.
I am not that offended by this stuff. And I don't know if it's because I bought into I bought like $30 in breaks. They ripped me some free packs. I got a $10 gift certificate and I ended up hitting a gold Emmitt Smith to 50, I think. And I hit a fucking Troy Aikman to like 75 or something.
Okay.
So I was feeling pretty good. I'm not super offended by this product. I think they have a winner here when they get the license. This is a winning product, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, it's like Chronicles, basically. Like Panini has Chronicles where they mix a bunch of sets. And I think unlicensed football maybe doesn't look as bad as unlicensed basketball. Maybe. I mean, at least these cards that we can see, they don't look as janky as the basketball jerseys with no Lakers and no Warriors on it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they airbrushed Barry Sanders' helmet, but still doesn't look horrible.
But it's like a mix of different brands. I wasn't overly offended by this product. Somebody had a dip to share. sportscardshow@gmail.com. It's one of the best email addresses you probably could get these days. Probably everybody and their brother setting up a card show tries to get that email address. We have it. sportscardshow@gmail.com. You can always Instagram DMs, Twitter DMs are open, but unless I recognize your name and you're female, the priority level of the response goes down exponentially. So if you DM me from Sarah Rip's account, there's a high probability that you'll get a response.
Me and Alex been texting all week.
Right.
So you
when Alex sends the DM over, it gets responded to. When Hobby Breaks 21593 sends the DM over, there is a very high probability that I do not see it. It's just how it is. And I'm not saying that because I don't care, but I have a YouTube channel with 130,000 subscribers or whatever it is at this point, and you should see the comments that come on a daily basis there, not only on the YouTube, but on the Instagram. You make one post on Instagram, you get like 40 DMs. Should I buy NVIDIA? Should I do this? What should I do with this? It's like, God damn. I should charge you.
Well, stupid website's working.
So yeah, if you have somebody dipping, I mean, send us a $50 super chat. If you have somebody that's dipping, then we're all about that.
Yes.
sportscardshow@gmail.com. We'll take a look at the evidence. And if it warrants a video, we got a hot tip today, Ryan. We got a hot.
We got a lot of hot. Honestly, there's a lot of things that we don't, talk about on the live stream and some stuff that we're currently investigating. So I would anticipate that there'll be some videos coming from Sports Card Radio.
Ryan, let me ask you this question. Is the tip hotter than the person that sent over the tip?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. There you go.
Come on. What are we even talking about?
Okay. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful world we live in. Just beautiful.
So shout out to everybody giving us tips. It is halftime in the NFL game, ladies and gentlemen. 10 to 13.
It's been a good game.
Been a nice little
good
game.
Teams.
But now that it's halftime, do we get to talk about everybody's favorite?
Oh, good.
Hobby hero, Jeffrey Wilson, who posted just a couple days ago. Title of the YouTube short was I made $144,000 on this card. And should we play this clip? I have it loaded up. Should we play this video so that everybody could see what we're talking about here?
Sure.
Okay, let's watch this video from Mr. Wilson. At the very end of it, I do leave a comment on the video, so I leave that in as well. But let's hear from hobby hero Jeff Wilson as he claims he made $144,000 on a sports card.
I like to poke fun at my bad sports card investments. And yes, I've had some bad ones over the years, but I've also had some great ones too. And last night was a perfect example. Did you see this 1984 star Michael Jordan PSA 8 that ended on Golden for $244,000 last night? Do you recall when I bought this card for only $100,000 at the National 2 years ago? Plenty of people then said I was insane for paying that price for that card. Yet, here we are just 2 years later. Now, do you think the market for these star Michael Jordan cards can go up even more from here? Let me know what you think in the comments. Some people like to poke fun.
And so we left a comment. So Geoff made a video, said that he made $144,000 on this card, this star Michael Jordan card that's trimmed like Taylor Swift's private parts. So for $244 over on Golden, record high price. Geoff said he paid $100 for his at the National. Here's the problem. The card that Geoff bought in this video here is not the card that's sold on Golden. I think when people watch this video, they assume that Geoff bought a card for $100,000 in this video and that this star card that sold on Golden was his, but it wasn't. This is somebody else's card, unless Geoff had a second copy. And that's not all. So maybe Geoff.
So hold on. Geoff buys a card at the National.
Yes.
Buys
from this guy.
So here's the original video from July 29th, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's at the National or somewhere. Yeah, 2022 National, day 2. Geoff buys this Michael Jordan card that I think was just, we're old enough to remember when PSA would not certify or grade star cards because there's so many fakes and trims and all this other stuff. BGS would do them, but Star would not, or PSA would not. PSA just kind of opened up the idea, or actually not the idea, opened up the submission of the Star 86, or this is 84, I think, Michael Jordan cards. And so this is one of the first ones that was graded, certainly from a high-end perspective. High-end 8 grade is probably going to be a really, really high grade, obviously, in a card this old and of this caliber. So Geoff goes to the 2022 National with this knowledge, and this gentleman here on the right has one of these cards and sells it to Mr. Wilson for $100,000. Okay. Geoff flexes it. I bought this controversial Jordan card. I don't know what's so controversial about it. People did give him shit at the time because they said, hey, the pop count's going to go up a lot because people are going to take the BGS ones and resubmit them over to PSA. Jason Kuntz and fucking, what's the other guy's name? The Eagles guy. They're going to trim a bunch of them and send them to PSA.
Evan Mathis.
That may or may not be happening. I don't know. Fast forward about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward 2 years to today or this week.
Mm-hmm.
And Geoff Wilson, I saw this on Twitter, but I guess he's flexing it all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, the title of that video is I made $144,000 on this card. But as you pointed out, the card that sold on Golden, this is not his card. This is like, Ryan, you owning NVIDIA stock. 2 years ago, you bought NVIDIA stock. You bought $100,000 of NVIDIA stock. NVIDIA stock, obviously, if he had put $100,000 in NVIDIA stock in 2022, he'd have a hell of a lot bigger gain than $144,000. Okay. Realized or not. Let's just put that out of the way. And so Geoff bought this card for $100,000. And then he puts out a video saying, I made $144,000 on the card, but he didn't actually sell it. This is another card in the population of PSA 8s. This is a different person's card. This is not his card. We'll get to a minute that Geoff likely doesn't even own this card anymore. We'll get to that story in a minute. But Geoff is bragging what typically is referred to as a unrealized gain. Ryan, this is like me saying, Ryan, I bought my house here in California. I bought it 8 years ago. Bought my house 8 years ago, 9 years ago. I can't remember. My house, when I bought it, Ryan, had a 2 in front of the price tag. A 2, which is unheard of largely in all of California, but really almost the entire United States. Bought my house. It was $272,500. Bought my house for $272,500. Today, fast forward 8 years, Ryan, put my house on the market. I don't know. We're probably putting a 5 in front of it because I've added on hardwood floors, painted, roof, solar, yards cleaned up, et cetera, et cetera. So, you're probably looking at 5, mid to low 5s on the house. That would be like me, Ryan, posting on Instagram, hey guys, I made $300,000 on my house. No. Hold on. Don't I have to sell the house, Ryan, to count that as a gain, right? When I bought my house for $272,500, now it's worth, we'll just say 5. To count that as a gain, whatever that's $230,000. To count the $230,000 gain that I've achieved maybe buying this house, put that in air quotes, don't I actually have to sell the house?
Well, Colin, I hate to break this to you, but the story with Geoff Wilson, it's worse because you still own your house or you still actually live in your house as well. But the story with Geoff and this 84, 85 star card that he claims he made $144,000 on. Well, it wasn't the copy. The copy he bought for $100,000 wasn't the one that sold for $244 on Golden the other night. Okay, the numbers don't match on it. Colin, it appears that Geoff Wilson doesn't even own the card he bought for $100,000 because
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Wait, he's bragging about a gain on a sale that wasn't even his sale.
Wasn't even his sale.
You're telling me right now he doesn't actually even own the card from the original video back in 2022 at the day 2 of the National Sports Collectors Convention that he bought for $100,000. That was a controversial buy at the time and people gave him shit about it. You're telling me he doesn't actually own the card that he is now bragging about an unrealized gain of about $140,000. Is that what you're telling me?
I am saying that if somebody offered $244,000 to Geoff Wilson for the copy that he has, he does not apparently own this card anymore, or it certainly doesn't appear to be the case. And I don't know why in the last couple of days, if Geoff still owned this card, why he wouldn't produce it. If you're going to flex an unrealized gain, at least let's see the house. At least let's see the card. So what happened to this card? Well, these cards and these holders, they have little serial numbers or whatever. So you can type in the serial number that was on the video in Geoff's video and come over to PSA and type it in. Last 4 digits 0106. Last 4 digits 0106. And you can see that this card has gone through a little bit of a transformation. In Geoff's video, there was no Mike Baker stupid fucking sticker or whatever. Talk about a scam. But in the new picture over here on PSA's website, there is a gold Mike Baker sticker. Now, that is not the most important part. Because on PSA's website, you can take ownership or put these cards in what they call a set registry. And apparently, when you type in this card, supposedly Geoff Wilson's card, if you scroll down, this says this cert is currently in a set registry inventory and is featured in one or more sets, including John Weiss. Well, who is John Weiss? This guy over here. And he has a lot of high-end, older basketball cards. And here is the card in his set registry.
Whoa. So hold on. We know Geoff Wilson is bragging about an unrealized gain, which is very similar to Ryan. Unrealized gain on your house, unrealized gain on anything that you have in your possession. Actually not fucking Taylor Swift, but saying, oh, if I did, I'd beat on it for fucking 25 minutes.
This is like she looked at you at the concert, or you like high-fived her at the concert, and
said
then you
you
go
fucked.
home and tell your boys that you fucked her.
You went backstage and you fucked.
Right.
So wait a second. So Geoff buys a card for $100,000 at the National, day 2, 2022 National. Buys it for $100K.
Mm-hmm.
Then this week, not that card that he's holding in his hand, but a different version, very similar to 86 Jordans that sell. There's, I don't know the pop count of this card, but my guess is it's a number greater, obviously, than 2 at this point. It's probably not a lot. 25. So there's 25 of these PSA 8, what is that, 84 star Jordan cards in existence. Geoff allegedly, or Geoff at one time bought one for $100K.
This one
right here with the sticker. Right. Then one of the 25 in circulation goes up for auction at Golden. It's not Geoff's, definitely not Geoff's, but one of the 25 goes up for auction. Hammer price is $244. Geoff promptly gets across all social media accounts, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, I'm sure as well, saying that he made $144,000. And Ryan, we won't get into the discussion after income taxes. I mean, this is basically what my last Rolex cost after you pay taxes on this unrealized gain. So we won't get into that.
You don't get the buyer's premium. You only get the 200. So you don't get the.
So whoa, he only made 100. And then after tax, after he pays income tax, he made like 50. So he's bragging about making 50 grand. 50 grand.
Hey, it's better than what happened to our boy Desmond Ritter. So
sure. I mean, yeah.
We'll take that 50.
We'll take the 50, but I have a safe over here with 50 in it, and that's cash. So let alone the bank. So anyways, so Geoff, one of these cards out of a population of 25 sells for gold and for $244 hammer price. Geoff then brags about how he made $144.
Mm-hmm.
That's before buyer's premium. That's also before income taxes. Fuzzy math that the hobby probably doesn't need to know and understand. And that's beside the point. He probably made closer to 44,000 after you subtract all those things. But again, the hobby, fine details maybe don't really matter to most of the hobby, especially the nut lickers and the people that think Luka Doncic is fucking a legendary basketball fucking player. I'm sure that guy was in Geoff's feed fucking complimenting him. But anyways, so he said he made $144,000 on a sale that wasn't his. And now you're telling me that based on the serial number and the information that we have on this card that Geoff bought originally, that this card is actually sitting in a set registry of another collector. So are you telling me that Geoff Wilson bragged about a card selling that he didn't sell, that he also doesn't own? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, that he already sold it.
Geoff Wilson is talking about profit that didn't hit his bank account on a card that he didn't sell and that he doesn't even own. You're telling me that right now.
Correct. That's why this is
Geoff
very
Wilson
weird.
bought the card for $100. One sold. There are now 25 in circulation. One sold for $244 hammer at Golden Auction this week. Not his card, but he's bragging about the profit that he could have made on this card. And you're telling me right now the card that he originally bought, day 2, 2022 National, is not in his possession, is not owned by him, but it was actually sitting in somebody else's set registry.
Right here.
Can you explain to me then why is Geoff Wilson, is he so thirsty, Ryan, for a W? Is he so thirsty for engagement? Is he a part of the pump? Why is he pumping this card that he didn't sell and allegedly doesn't even own? Why is he doing this?
That's where I'm totally lost. Like, is this man, I think you said on Twitter, is Geoff Wilson so hard up for a win that he's literally flexing a card that he doesn't even own anymore? He's flexing a win on a card that he doesn't even own anymore. Is it more sinister? Is he a part of what is probably pretty clear to anybody who's been in the hobby for quite a while? Clear market manipulation on this star 84 card. I think guess what? Today we found out one PSA 9 sold for $1 million, right? Literally today we found that out. So clearly there has been this kind of concerted
Taylor
effort.
Swift last night.
Yeah, and I fucked Taylor Swift last night. So there's been a concerted effort by some of the people in the hobby to pump this card up. So is Geoff a part of the pump? Like, is he somehow helping manipulate this market? And there's some goodies on the back end for Mr. Jeffrey Wilson. I don't know if he's that smart. I think he's just more arrogant. He saw this card sold for a lot of money. He figured nobody would look up the serial numbers and see that it was sitting in this guy, John Weiss's account. John Weiss apparently is the CEO and founder of Human Design. So I think Geoff is probably just, remember, Geoff for 2 or 3 years in this hobby got away with saying anything he fucking wanted, and nobody checked this motherfucker. Nobody checked him until Sports Card Radio came along. In part because if you did say anything negative about the sports card investor, aka Geoff Wilson, he would literally threaten you with a lawsuit. We aren't the only ones who got 35 pages FedEx to us 2 days before Christmas. Although we're probably the only ones that got a lawsuit threat from Geoff Wilson 2 days before Christmas. But this is a man for years who got away with looking you in the eye and saying that Will Greer was a 4-time better investment than Kyler Murray, who looked you in the face and said, I'm going to go spend 40 racks on some Desmond Ridder cards, who told you to buy Ben Simmons. To half his good clips have probably been deleted. So Geoff for years got to say whatever he wanted because nobody checked him. Nobody checked the certs on his cards that he said. Nobody checked if his investments really worked out. And so I think Geoff might have just tried to slip this one under the rug here. Try to slip this one by. Hey guys, I made 144,000. I'm the sports card investor again. Hello, investors. But the eagle eyes in this, again, people think we're the ones who hate on Geoff Wilson. No, there's a legion of motherfuckers in this hobby who hate this guy and hang on his every word and his every action. And so when he tries to, I don't know if I want to call this a lie. I don't know what I want to call this because I'm not sure what's going on here. Is Geoff a part of the pump for the 84 Jordan that's going on right now? Or is he just so fucking stupid and so arrogant that he makes this video? And Geoff's smart enough to know that he didn't make 144 on this fucking card, even if he still had the thing and could sell the one he had. I think he is maybe just that desperate for a win. I don't think he's a part of the Good Old Boy Network pumping up this card. God, this fucking card is trimmed. This fucking card is trimmed.
So you think he's so thirsty?
Go ahead.
For a dub. It's almost like a guy that's like, I'm a pimp. I'm a pimp. I'm a pimp. I'm a pimp. And he ain't fucking nobody. And then all of a sudden he actually fucks a real girl.
It's like Manti Te'o pretending you have a girlfriend.
Ah, yeah, that's a good, yeah. So he is
make
so
up a story.
Thirsty to actually say, I bought a card for 100, one hammered at 244. That means I take home 2 after income taxes. fuck, we got to imagine Jeff's in a decent tax bracket, or at least his wife is. So he nets out 50.
Hey, it's a lot better than some of his recent. Let's be real. So the 50 is not bad.
50 though. We talking about 50, Ryan? Like that's what Shine dusts off in a club.
Well, our boy Chase,
document.
our 12-year-old fan Chase, who might call in later, he's probably got 50 racks in his Zion case, at the Burbank Card Show. So yeah, 50 is relative in this hobby.
I mean, 50's like 50 before inflation was 50. Now 50 is like
nothing.
It's like you make that in a month.
Yeah, it's a shitty car.
Yeah, it's like fucking a used BMW is 50. I'm not trying to make light. Like, hey, you buy a card for $100, 2 years, 2.5 years, whatever it's been. It now hammers at 244. Okay. Compared to Air, that's pretty good, right? Compared to Air, but minus off just Desmond Ritter, Brian. Just minus off Desmond Ritter, and we're now back in the red. Okay. Let alone fucking everything else. I mean, fucking everything else. Let alone everything else. But I think all of that is beside the point. This is a man who claims he bought this card for $100, and then a card hammers for 244. It's not his card. And he's posting videos saying he made 144,000. That's like Ryan, my neighbor selling his house for $500,000 and being like, guys, I made $200,000 on my house. Look at the sale on Zillow. Oh my God, I made $200,000 on my house. And they're like, oh, were you moving out of California, you going to Austin like all the fucking hip motherfuckers from California do? Oh, no. No, I didn't. Do you think the market, instead of like saying the obvious, Ryan, do you think the market in California is just going to keep going up? The house that I didn't sell, you think it'll sell for 6 in another 4 years?
Yep.
I mean, it's literally like me saying, oh, my neighbor's house just hammered at Century 21 for $525. And we have the same, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 11,000 square feet, fucking lot, whatever.
So is there something else going on here, or is Geoff is it like, what's the psychological thing for it? It did when I watched the video, it was clear that he was reading from a script. So maybe he can say, oh, my script writers wrote it. I didn't know. I just read the script, came in and did a job. But what's like, is he part of the pump? For this card, like what's the fucking, or was he just that thirsty for a win? Like, which would be maybe the scariest outcome.
I think we could take a step back. Is like, how does the set registry work? Certainly I could get on Shine's Instagram account, Ryan. I'm pretty sure the way the set registry works is you just type in the serial number, right?
Yeah,
but this guy looks like
pretty high up.
He's high up though.
This dude's high up.
My guess is eventually they like try to confirm this.
Yeah.
I'm only kind of familiar with the set registry more on the coin side. The coin side is a little bit different than it's similar to the trading card side, but it's more serious, very serious on the coin side. You get enough pedigree with your set registry on the coin side, and you're fucking, you can do some damage there in the coin business. It's a little less serious, I think, on the trading card side, but it's interesting that, yeah, this guy, you say John Weiss, has the card registered that Geoff claims to have bought and then have claimed to made $144,000 unrealized gain on. So he doesn't even own the card anymore.
Right. Well, it has the new sticker. Like it clearly something has happened, because Jeff's card, because here's the card with the no Mike Baker, and then here it is with the Mike Baker. So I don't know how that works. So it was probably rescanned at some time by PSA after the Baker sticker, but I don't know how that works. But yeah, it's in his registry. You click on the registry and then there it is with some other decent cards. could Geoff and John Weiss own this card together? Maybe we always hear about how Geoff doesn't even own fucking Cards HQ, and he's got all these fucking investors, and Geoff owns 2.4% of what was it, his marketing company or whatever it was. Remember, everybody said we didn't understand business, and Geoff has all these partners, and maybe he's partners with John Weiss. I did notice that Geoff, he came out with a video today where he talked about this card. He talked about the sale of the Star Jordan. You can see up here in the top. It was one of the topics they discussed, but wouldn't this be the time to flex it or say, hey, maybe I'm going to sell mine? He mentioned he bought one for $100,000, but he didn't say what he was going to do with it. And of course, the two people sitting there, didn't ask the obvious question of, Geoff, well, where's yours? Or what are you going to do with yours? Are you going to sell yours? Or did you sell yours? So I think Geoff could have just cleared this up and just showed them the card. Stood in Cards HQ and just, oh no, guys, I still have it. The registry's wrong, or these little internet guys who say I don't own it, they don't know what they're talking about. I still have it, and it's going up on the Golden Elite this week. I expect to get 269, 420 for it. But he didn't do that, and to my knowledge, he has not done it unless he's posted a hit elsewhere. But it seems the easiest thing to clear this up is Geoff just show the card that he still has the card. But here it is over on the.
It could be in a vault. Could be in a vault.
Well, then show the screenshot of the vault. Show it.
How
in the
are you
vault.
feeling if you're John Weiss and let's say you have no connection to Geoff? How are you feeling right now about a guy flexing a win on a card that you own?
It's kind of weird because apparently they did a deal on the card maybe just months ago. So it is kind of weird that, you did a deal with Geoff and then maybe you see that he's over here flexing. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Part of the deal is Geoff is pumping it for John.
That's what we don't know. Is Geoff a part of the pump for this card that's going on right now? Because all these motherfuckers are talking about, everybody's talking about this stupid card.
Huge
and the 86, dorking out over this stupid shit. Maybe Geoff's a part of it.
Yeah. And this has gone in the hobby for a long time. Anytime, again, if you walk in the hobby room and you think, oh, Michael Rubin is my friend. Oh, Tom Fish is my friend. Oh, DA Card World is my friend. Oh, the auction houses, they're there for me to sell my cards and they're my friends. Come on.
Yeah, that's why I don't know if Geoff's
probably voting for Kamala.
Pump. Yeah, you got to follow.
Probably listen to Kamala talk and oh my god, fucking let me rub my nipples when Kamala talks. Shut the fuck up, fucking little bitch.
This is like bragging that you won the election and the election hasn't even started.
Hasn't even.
And you're not even on the ballot. You ain't even on the ballot,
let alone getting votes.
So I don't know. We need to hear from John Weiss. We need to figure out, hey, maybe, yeah, right. Maybe the PSA registry is wrong, and this is an old picture. Maybe it had a Mike Baker sticker on it. Maybe they're working together, right? Maybe Geoff still owns 0.2% of this card, and like all his other businesses, he barely owns any of it.
So his unrealized gain after tax, after all the bullshit, after splitting with his partner,
and only owning 3%, right?
Right.
He made more on this YouTube short that got 26,000 views than he will on this fucking stupid card.
89 cents. Yeah, exactly.
Like, what did John buy? If John did buy the card, what did he buy it for? I bet he didn't pay $244. So what did Geoff really make or lose? Maybe Geoff lost money. Maybe he sold it for 95.
And I think maybe the bigger lesson for everybody is when these guys are pumping a card, it's not time to buy it. If you have one of these cards, it is time to sell. Anytime Geoff Wilson is pumping a card, history has proven it is time to sell. It's absolutely time to sell.
Yeah, yeah. if this price doesn't come down for me. I'd be shocked if we kept setting
Everybody's
record high,
pumping this shit right now.
even though there are only 25 of these motherfuckers in a PSA 8. I mean,
Ooh, that was a horrible throw. Horrible throw. Horrible throw. That's why you haven't won a Super Bowl, Lamar.
yeah, that was trash.
1-on-1 and fucking threw it to the Chiefs guy. Anyway, sorry.
It is 20-10.
He's wide open.
Taking.
I mean, the receiver
1-on-1. Yeah, you get 1-on-1.
I mean, that's T. Higgins or Jamar Chase. They're at least touching the ball. That guy didn't even touch the ball.
Wow.
Neither of these teams have any talent at the wide receiver position.
I think the receiver could have. He looked like he was stumbling there at the end. Yeah, the receiver could have maybe helped him out right
Miss
there.
Alex is in chat.
The lovely Alex is in the chat.
Ryan, would you rather have Alex in the chat or next to you on the couch?
I mean, come on. What are we even talking about? We need to get Shine to pick up Alex, and then
there we go.
Me and Alex can sit on the couch, and Shine can order DoorDash or fucking look at Triple Logo Mans or whatever the fuck he likes to do.
Here's a better question, Ryan. Shine goes wheels down in Stockton, calls us up, and says, "I'm either going to touch down at Cosmo or I'm going to fly you to Alex."
We're going right to Alex.
I love it.
We've been to Cosmo plenty of times. Cosmo will be there for years and years and years and years. At some point, the Cosmo will be like a 2.5-star joint.
Right.
You know
Yeah, exactly.
So,
be the fountain blue.
Right. We'll tear that motherfucker down.
Be the Sahara. Be like, remember when we'd be like 80 and shit. Remember when we used to go to the Cosmo? They just tore that shit down.
The Sands.
Classic.
So yeah, this is this is
well,
interesting.
Ryan, we have a commitment from Alex. It's not the kind of commitment you're looking for.
Okay, damn it.
That you were hoping for tonight, but it's a step in the right direction for you, I think.
Yes.
You still need to go to the diamond store first, but
that's right.
She says, and this is confirmed, I'll call in next week.
Excellent.
Boys, promise. Okay, Ryan, be ready.
I love it. We can talk about the NFL.
Ryan will be wearing like a fucking collared shirt and fucking have a little couple spurts of the fucking Aqua de Gio.
Exactly.
Next week.
He's gonna wear a full-on tux.
You're damn right. You're damn right.
He'll have like best man. Like I'll be there with him because it's like I got my best man behind me. There'll be like a priest.
No. Oh no. Wouldn't it be hella funny? Is that when she's calling in, there's like a knock at the door and then like flowers show up at the fucking place? That would be hysterical.
Yeah. I'm sure you can acquire a proximity to her location and send flowers if you need to.
Oh my goodness. Well, it'd be good to talk to her because she does cover the Jets and they are playing the 49ers, I believe, on Monday night. So it'll be interesting to hear after that game happens, like her take and what happens here. So
big question mark with the Jets is like, how do they, to me, there's like teams, that is like the Chiefs and the Ravens, these teams are going to be really good. And there's 49ers, handful of other teams in the NFL that are in that category, the Bills, handful of other teams. But then there's teams like the Jets where it's like, is this a playoff team or is this a top 5 draft pick team? Yeah.
Does Aaron Rodgers last more than 2 plays or whatever he did last year?
Sure.
So yeah, who knows? Yeah. It all hinges on him, I think. If he goes down again, they're 8-8 or 9-7.
Yeah. I think that's any team. I mean, fucking, Joe Burrow gets hurt, the Bengals miss the playoffs. Joe Burrow stays healthy, and you might be playing in Louisiana. And that's same with Chiefs, the Ravens, fucking any team in the NFL.
So yeah, we need to hear from Geoff. We need to hear from this guy, John Weiss. We need to hear from, there's a lot of people that could clear this up. And Geoff had an opportunity to do it today. And I don't know. I didn't. I didn't watch this part too carefully, but he never busted it out. He never said, "Oh, I still have mine." He didn't insinuate that it was the one that sold like he did in his YouTube short, but so I don't know. I'm sure we won't, Geoff won't clear this up because the hobby's still eating out of his hand. And he can get away with saying whatever he wants. How's the goose?
So we started at the base of the mountains.
Okay.
We'd have to go for a little while, at least till the fourth quarter, end of the game, to polish that baby off.
Wow. Okay.
Let me tell you, I do have some responsibilities tomorrow, so I probably shouldn't go too crazy.
So do I. I have responsibilities up in Auburn. Unless Shine picks us up to go pick up Alex, I'm going to be at the Auburn Trading Card Show from 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. And after that 12 a.m., I'm going to be trying to get something going. So I'm going to still be hopped up on a little bit of Shine's Cocoa merchandise, I bet, and be trying to get something going in SAC on a Friday night. So I'm excited about that. I think you might be coming up there Saturday, so we're very, very excited to go up there and eat some hot dogs and some popcorn and some corn dogs and some whatever
corn dogs,
caramel apples or whatever the fuck else they got up there. So I'm excited about that. Anything else you want to say about Mr. Wilson and his bizarre flex?
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I still, it just, like, to me, the guy couldn't get more untrustworthy, in my view. Again, we come from like the streets of Stockton, so we can like see through these guys. The rest of the hobby is like, oh my God, Geoff Wilson.
Good job, Geoff.
Oh man. But these guys are from fucking South Bend, Indiana and shit. Fucking like guys like Geoff get fucking, I mean, you figure out him in second grade, you fucking beat him up every other day for his lunch money. So yeah, I don't know what to think about this, because it's like he's flexing a gain on a card that he maybe doesn't own and that he didn't sell. Seems to me like really desperate, like almost like, Ryan, you have a girlfriend for a really long time, or maybe like you're married and then you got it, like now it's like ex-wife, and you start faking like, oh, well, I'm dating this, I've moved on to this, I'm doing this, I'm so happy. But you're really not.
You're not.
You know what I mean?
You're projecting. Yeah.
You're projecting like a fakeness that is not there. And so it's just weird to me. It's weird to me. I can understand it in marriage and ex-girlfriends and things like that, because we're talking about like emotions that are like difficult, so I can understand it there, even from like a friendship level. But like in the hobby, to feel like you have to do this, that, oh, I quote made 144,000. That's before Mr. 18.5 acres takes his cut. That's before the card got re-slabbed, Ryan, right? And then Mike Baker
on the Baker, some sticker. Whatever.
So how much did that all cost? How much did it get re-slabbed? Or are we same slab?
I don't know.
I
don't fucking know how this works.
What does a Mike Baker sticker cost? Like, what does that cost?
Hopefully not much. Hopefully we're not talking about much.
Okay, but we've got a sticker on it. Maybe it's gotten reholdered. I don't know. But, that costs some money. You had to fly to the National, Ryan. It wasn't free to go to the National. It wasn't free. You had to get there and fly back.
It's a good point.
And you're comparing the 144. Again, that's pre-hammer, that's pre-commission, that's pre-income tax. You're comparing this to money under the mattress. If you had put the $100,000 into the S&P 500 in 2022, what would you have? If you put the $100,000 into Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, fucking Google, fucking Tesla, whatever, how much would that be? Some cases it might be more than 244. Some cases might be a little less, but how much would that be? If you had put it in a dividend paying stock that paid you whatever, 4 or 5% realty income, one of these dividend paying stocks, Verizon or whatever, paid you 5-6% on that 100K every year. How much, let's compare it to that, because he's a sports card investor and we're the 100,000. And some people are like, oh, you can't compare an MJ rookie to Nvidia stock. No, you can. Ryan, the $100,000, the $100,000 Benjamins that you put into MJ would have been the exact same 100K you could have put into Nvidia stock. The 100K you put into Mr. MJ right there, same 100K you could have put in this dividend paying stock, into this condo in Miami, into this other investment. So yeah, just because a condo in Miami or a fucking Rolex watch or some fucking dividend paying stock or high flying stock like Nvidia or crypto and Bitcoin, it's different than an MJ rookie. What's the constant in this? The $100,000. So absolutely you can compare the two investments. And yes, Ryan, anything under any amount of gain compared to the money that we would have put this $100,000 and locked it in a jar. Yeah, of course you fucking made some money. Now the purchasing power of $100,000 over the past 2 years has deteriorated by at least 10%. So we're talking more like 90,000. And when we take 244, you got to take about 20 or 30 off of that. But this goes beyond the scope. This is more economics 101, maybe 102, 202, whatever. But yeah, 100,000 compared to money that we would have just left on the ground compared to other investments, this really isn't very impressive. And then when you factor in income taxes, factor in that when Kamala Harris becomes president, she's going to jack up the taxes on all these types of guys. And then, yeah, you made, it's like 4 links on the Rolex that I just bought is like the same price as this.
How can we trust Geoff going forward? Because even if he still owns the card with this John Weiss guy, and maybe he still has one to sell, how can we trust this guy in anything that he says?
I mean, you're assuming that people actually do trust him. I would argue that the vast majority of people that tune into this show likely have at least a level of skepticism to a strong distrust of Geoff already. But there's a lot of people from South Bend, Indiana, Omaha, Nebraska, fucking Tullahsippi, Mississippi, fucking, oh, hey, well-dressed white
Where's
man.
that Kentucky card shop guy or wherever the fuck
yeah,
that place
that's
is?
fucking molester and shit. Fucking goddamn. Meaning, again, if you walk into a card show and you're like, wow, card collector too. Wow, Geoff Wilson. Oh, wow, Tom Fish from Blowout is here. Wow. Guys, I'd love to have a weekly poker game with you. Let's go. Show it wherever it is. Call my buddy. I'll DM my buddy Shine.
Shit, I got some Desmond Ritters to sell you guys.
Didn't Shine follow us on Instagram? So let's DM him.
Hopefully.
Say, hey, buddy, we got a poker game. We're going to fleece these fucking Geoff Wilson fucking little simp bitches. And we're going to buy some fucking Kobe Bryants and some LeBron motherfucking James cards after we take all their money, because they fucking simp for Geoff Wilson for free. So they've got to have some extra money lying around. And we'll bring Tim Kim and he'll fucking bang Kim Wilson while we're taking all their money.
I will.
I know you will. And Geoff will probably sit there and be like, oh, Tim, that was pretty good fucking you just did right there, man.
He can sit in the corner.
I bet he could. So how can we trust Geoff? That's assuming that people did trust Geoff. But like we said during the Shine segment, people prop these guys up because they use them. They're useful idiots in the hobby. They use these guys to buy into the breaks, prop up the value of the one-on-ones, prop up the value of the logo mans, prop up the value of the existing Ultimate Collection cases, Topps Chrome cases, or whatever, prop up the value of these Star 84 cards. Geoff Wilson is just there to prop this up. So no, I didn't believe a word that came out of this guy's mouth. We got like a 98-page lawsuit from this fucking idiot that was like littered with lies. The minute I got it, I was like, oh my God, if this guy follows the lawsuit, I'm going to be rich. Rich. Because this guy, I mean, people are like, oh, Geoff Wilson's got money. You got to be scared. When we were in New York City,
Those are the guys
Ryan,
you want to sue.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Ryan, when we were in New York City, were we slumming it? Were we slumming in New York City?
We weren't in the bad parts.
Did we see the hotel Geoff was staying in? How many Louis bags did Geoff bring to the Fanatics Fest? Just because I ain't out here buying $100,000 cards doesn't mean I got no money. And my lawyers were salivating for him to actually file a lawsuit because they were going to, the billable hours they were going to get out of it. We're going to, I mean, the lawyer I know drives a Lambo. So it's like, I mean, I show up at family events and there's a Lambo out there and I'm like, yeah, well, he's here. So we would get that paper, baby. I want some of that Geoff Wilson unrealized game.
A lot of people don't realize that in order for Geoff Wilson to successfully sue Sports Card Radio, he would have to prove that he was damaged in some kind of way. This motherfucker has more subscribers, opened a 14,000 square foot store in Atlanta that he says does $1 million a month. He's got more views and more attention and more likes than ever before. So hopefully the people that analyzed the lawsuit that he sent over, what was that now going on 3 years ago, and said that we better be scared and we better be telling the truth.
Stop.
Don't take any legal advice from those motherfuckers.
Right. We got
That's
2010. Sure. Lamar is still the same Lamar. He dances around in the pocket. He can escape like he just did, but not a lot of quarterbacks are winning. He's not prime time.
And you're not doing this running bullshit in December. Like you're not running for 150 yards.
Still got to throw the ball. I mean, Mahomes has proven you can run a little bit, but he stands back there, sets his feet, and throws. Lamar is fucking looking like me on the dance floor at the Cosmo after Shine picks us up. Or at the reception, Ryan. You and Alex get married. What do you think the bridal party be like? Alex side, Ryan. Think people would want to show up for that?
Yeah, well, yeah, we'd have to stream it live, maybe. Bring the whole family. Bring the whole Sports Card Radio family to the wedding. Everybody's invited.
Love it.
Holding. You do this running around bullshit in September, but good luck doing it in December. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out on Mr. Wilson and what happens here. I think there's going to be more to come. People are going to want to see that Geoff still has his card, and I think he's going to have to produce it. So maybe he's going to have to call up John or wherever this card is.
That's the thing. He won't have. Everybody will just ass slap him and be like, the next one will sell for $255, and people will tag Geoff Wilson. Oh, now you're up $155, Geoff.
No, all he has to do is put himself with a kid or a handicapped kid in a video, and people will be like, oh, look at Sports Card Radio. God, you hate on Geoff, and he's so nice, and he sets up these scripted videos with kids to make him look good, and but Sports Card Radio is so bad. Like, Colin, we couldn't have set up a video with 12 kids at Burbank if we wanted to and make this feel-good story, how we're nice and we do this thing for the kids, and look, I opened this box for this kid. Like, you guys literally fall into every little PR trap these fuckers send you guys.
Exactly. Do that shit in private. Do that shit in private. Because I I don't even want to get on here and
Colin,
say,
we literally had motherfuckers when this video came out to be like, "Are you gonna address this?" And I'm like, guys, I could put a handicapped kid in a sports card radio vid and be like, look how nice Ryan was, and he's a great guy, and da-da-da-da-da. You guys fall for everything these fuckers put out to you in an edited video, scripted, edited video. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, do this shit on a Tuesday with no camera rolling.
Exactly.
Do this shit on and don't post it on Instagram. Then I got some fucking respect for you. And there are people that do that. There are people that do that. And those are the people. Those are the people that are.
There are people that send us, "Are you going to cover this on your channel?" Like, the fuck?
God, I mean, it's like, you can tell these guys, you know, they live in a town where there's like 89 people.
Like, we couldn't have made 8 feel-good episodes about us and this and that, and here's a kid, and da-da-da-da. Like, shut the fuck up.
I don't even want to, you know, do it on a Tuesday and don't post a video about it.
Yeah, when it ain't PR and it ain't for clicks.
Yeah.
God
do
damn.
it then. And don't do it once. Do it every day. Do it every Tuesday. Do it every Wednesday. Do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do it Monday, Friday. I was at a funeral today. You want the people that, I mean, it was a beautiful funeral. I mean, God damn, the priest knew the guy intimately, and God damn, I hope when I pass away, fucking they say this shit that was said. My God. I was like, I only kind of knew the guy. I know the family really well. So I only knew this is like the father.
I want Shine to deliver.
Do the eulogy.
Yeah.
Be like, man, when that 8 ball showed up,
man,
he went out on top, baby. It wasn't even perfectly fine. It was a little Cuban. It was a little Colombian cut with something else. But man, Ryan's nostril just inhaled that fucking line.
I told him not to do 2 fucking 8 balls of coke out of both nostrils, but we were up in the PJ.
Yeah. That's amazing. That would be epic. Absolutely epic. Yeah, I mean, Shine. I tell you what, Ryan, I'm gonna be honest with you. Shine, wheels down in Stockton. If he wants to go to the Cosmo, you know, I ain't gonna say no.
We picking up Alex, and yeah, we gonna stay up all night.
We gonna be up.
up.
We gonna be up. Ooh, maybe a face mask. Touchdown. No flags. 3-point game.
Horrible defense. Lord have mercy. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
What is 35 doing? Lord.
Yeah, I think I mean, there's 12 play. I mean, well, actually, how many refs are on the field in an NFL game? Probably like 5. So there's 18 players out there for, or 16 players out there for fucking Kansas City. Still pretty bad. I mean, that was a good play. That
very
was
nice scramble play there. But what are these guys doing downfield, wrapping up?
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty bad.
32 with 35. How'd you get hung up on that block right there? Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, they were scoring either way. I mean, they were going to get down there and over score. So, good 3-point game.
Nice play by. Those are the plays he has to make. He can't run in December. He has to scramble and throw.
No, and make that. Yeah. That's the NFL these days. That's the NFL. The scramble is fine. The scramble is going to work, but
that's fine in September. But you ain't doing that in December and January.
Well, by December you're hurt if you're doing that too often. You got to throw that ball. Yeah, throw that ball.
Well, got a very exciting football game. First game. Sometimes these Thursday games are like trash. They're like fucking blowouts or 10-6 or something. Ugh. And it's like, no, we got exciting football.
No, yeah. I mean, these are 2 very high quality teams. Very high quality teams. Got huge. My team that I'm a fan of has battled with both of these teams, particularly the Chiefs and the Ravens as well. And I've just got a huge amount of respect for the coaching staffs, the quarterbacks and the whole organizations.
We won't ask you if you have respect for the referees. Some of those calls at the end of those Chiefs Bengals games are a little rough.
I mean, I can think of a few, including the time that they had five downs to get a first down instead of 4. So, yeah, I remember that. Remember those days. But I do remember going to the Super Bowl in Los Angeles after we beat the Chiefs. So, could be worse.
Amazing. Well, if Jeff Wilson or John Weiss isn't going to call in, should we get to questions and see what the chat is saying about the situation here?
Tonight's live. This is according to KK. Only 2 Ks, Ryan.
Okay, KK.
Third one.
Oh, yeah.
We're demonetized.
True.
Tonight's live did not come in my feed or in my search. So I actually had to search SCR and YouTube to find out you're live already. Just so you know, guys, we're already banned. The YouTube, you wear a Trump hat on a live, and this is what happens. If I had a Kamala hat, we'd have like 9 million viewers probably right now. They'd all be drinking soy fucking milk and fucking have B cup titties and fucking little bitches.
Did you fall out of a coconut tree?
Testosterone injectors.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not one of these guys. I mean, I totally admit she has great potential to win, and if she does win, it's not going to ruin my day at all.
I'm gonna get rich, day, but I'll be stunned.
I'm gonna get richer. Believe me, I'll probably get richer under her than Trump. Actually, that's the truth. If she wins, 4 years later, I'll have more in my bank account than if Trump wins. I believe that. Swoop's MVP year was not as good as Caitlin Clark's rookie season. Bob Boozle is 100% correct there. Cheryl Swoops. Everybody's like, oh, Cheryl fucking Swoops. Cheryl Swoops fucking was a scrub.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. Bob Boozle ain't fucking lying here. I saw this on Twitter. They showed the stats. We're not talking about Cheryl Swoops' rookie season, guys. We're talking about Cheryl Swoops when she won the MVP. Caitlin Clark.
You could go watch the tape. Go watch the tape, and the game looks like they're playing in quicksand.
Well, she's playing against the talent Caitlin Clark is playing against is exceptional talent. These girls are good. They're tall, they're athletic, they've been trained from day one. No, I'm telling you, Caitlin Clark is going to be Tiger Woods of women's basketball. Tiger Woods.
There's a shot at that.
Actually bigger than Tiger, because Tiger is great. I love Tiger Woods. Love Tiger Woods. Like a family member, I love Tiger Woods. I'm telling you right now, Caitlin Clark's probably going to be bigger. Wow. When it's all said and done. She's going to be like Michael Jordan. Wow. Literally Michael fucking Jordan.
And this is underpriced.
Of women's basketball. Way underpriced. I don't think you buy it now. I still think you're buying a little too early. Just like Michael Jordan, we saw his prices throughout his career. I think you're buying a little too early. Wait for the hype to wear off. But when it's all said and done, she's the Michael Jordan of WNBA, period. End of story. And that comes across in your lifetime very, very not very often. So I'd be a buyer of her cards at some point, not right now.
Wow.
Mr. Steve Aoki is the son of the founder of Benihana's. Interesting.
Okay, there we go.
But I mean, hey, he didn't sit on his ass and didn't accomplish anything in his life. Steve Aoki is one of the most accomplished DJs in the world.
Yeah, those boys make hella money. So
crush it, bro. So he could have sat on his ass. Yeah, he could have sat on his ass and collected that Benihana money, but he went out and has carved his own path. So I have huge respect for him. And if he wants to touch his wings down in Stockton, we'd be jumping on that plane too, baby.
Any day, any damn time.
That's right. Botch Club on Instagram and TikTok says $1.99. Any wrestling fans here? Give him a follow. Have a good one. Ryan, you still watching wrestling?
I don't watch wrestling, but I watch some of the old. They've done a good job, like making documentaries that you can watch on Peacock or whatever. I don't watch any of the new stuff because you kind of got to like stay with it, But like the old documentaries and stuff, amazing.
Oh yeah,
they should make more of those.
Wrestling's timeless.
Oh yeah.
AIH Sports, Ryan.
The man right here.
AIH Sports videos are underappreciated and underviewed in the sports card hobby. Look at this. His last video, 600 views. Jeff Wilson's getting like, you know what I mean?
I don't get it.
Just, not that we need to have 60,000 views, but like 6,000 would be reasonable. Underappreciated, underviewed, underfollowed. One of the few people that I actually watch his videos. Not a lot comes into my feed, Ryan. I'm watching fucking chess right now. Man, I'm fucking hardcore chess right now, bro. Chess, I think, is going to be bigger than. Chess is going to be one of the biggest. Chess is going to be. I mean, it already is kind of, but chess is going to become one of the biggest. We'll put this in air quotes. Like, I mean, you saw when poker blew up, right? You saw when poker blew up.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing is happening in chess, and I think it's only going to get bigger. It's only going to get bigger.
Oh yeah, I could see that. That was late.
So
they didn't call that.
No, but if it was Patrick, I mean, God, they already called Patrick. Oh, it was?
Yeah.
What's he fucking bitching about? No, they didn't call it. I thought it was Lamar. Why is he fucking complaining then?
Maybe they did call it.
They got no running game. Look at that. They got no running game.
Yeah.
That guy's weak. Did he get paid? Or did they lose their running back? They had a good running back. Kansas City did.
He probably
lose. Maybe he's gone. Or maybe he's just got paid and he's not as good. Anyways.
He's not Bijan Robinson.
Huge match tomorrow.
Wow.
But anyways, not sure how we deviated into that subject, but AI Sports, she collects. I've not heard from for a while.
Yeah, where's she at?
One said she wanted to grow up and be like Shine.
I'm with her.
So she wanted to be a convicted drug dealer. That's wide open. It's not hard, Ryan. Right? Could we be Kansas City QB? See Brittany Mahomes show her support for the former president. Tell you what, Ryan.
Nowadays, you can't do that nowadays.
She breaks. This is she collects. That's she breaks.
She collects. Oh, she
collects. I think is like that Asian girl.
She lost all her money on F1.
This girl
right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
She wants to be like Shine.
Yeah.
Okay. Give her a follow. Give her a follow. Give her a little tap on the follow button.
We're in.
There we go.
Here we go.
Okay. It's nice. She wants to be like Shine. Well, we'll go wheels down. We'll pick her up.
She collects up too. We'll bring her on the PJ.
We'll pick her up.
We do need we need to get some females around Shine. I think too many men, too many leeches trying to take advantage of them, and we'll get some female energy around Shine and get him to Stockton. He can do a drop off in Stockton, and we can go look at some triple logo mans.
Yeah,
some triple logo women.
Yeah. We'll get it done.
All right.
Joe All Collection has a 1K bounty on Joe Alt's 2023 Bowman U Black Shimmer 1 of 1. So if you pull one and you want 1K, apparently you can reach out to him.
Alt Bowman?
Who's this guy? I don't even know who this is.
Okay, this guy. Notre Dame. Looks like offensive lineman on Notre Dame.
Okay. Been crushing Notre Dame parking, baby. Notre Dame parking.
Notre Dame parking, really? Where do you buy it off the
Dude, I got like fucking somebody dusted off like a bunch of season passes. And I thought he was going to cancel the sale. But then he transfers me all the fucking tickets. It was like 6 or 7 home games or whatever. Got them for like $20 each. Parking at Notre Dame. And it was like the first game sold for like $90. And that's like what I paid for all of it.
Sometimes you
crazy.
can buy like the campus parking, like on like the University of Texas. You actually go to the
Yeah.
University of Texas website and go to like this janky
buy
part of
it.
their website, and you
Yeah.
buy the fucking parking for like $30 and scalp it for like.
That's
fucking
what I'm doing. I'm doing with
90.
that South Carolina Gamecocks. You can go to their website, buy the parking for 60, and then it peels for like 98 on
Right,
stuff.
because people don't know where to buy it. Yeah, people have
Right.
no idea where to fucking buy it.
It's amazing.
You
I've
do that like
peeled
all
off
day.
like 20 of them. Yeah. I probably made like $300 off the LSU. They play LSU like next week. Beautiful. We're just giving out ways to just crush money. We have a collect news alert.
Jeff is like, oh guys, I made all this money, and he's like, fucking.
As we sit here, Ryan, we did sell a backpack. Those are still selling.
Go.
Check the websites, Ryan. Should we go to Flippa and see what our websites? So yesterday made 125, today 122.
Yes.
Not bad. This is why we do get to sit on our ass this month, which is we're at the 5th. 740. What's our balance? 34. I mean, it's not bad.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
But when you don't have to do anything. That's a great
We did get Shine's mugshot sent to us again.
Uh-oh. I'll flash that. That's
There's Shine.
there's Shine.
Boy, Shine. There's our boy Matt Allen.
We can talk about that. It's only about a 45. He touched down in Stockton, 50 minutes. Depends on when you get clearance from the air traffic control in Vegas. Well,
9-year prison sentence. Colin, wait a minute.
You got 9 years.
Our boy. Boy, you could literally shoot somebody in the middle of Fifth Avenue and get probation. So when you get a 9-year, 9-month, 18-day prison sentence for trafficking, conspiracy to traffic under, oh my God, it was 2,000 pounds. Wow. And this is back in the day. This is back in 2005. Oh, and then he already served 4 years prior to that.
Whew.
I don't know how this works, if this was like concurrent sentences or like consecutives, but he literally looked like because it says prior prison history 4 years, and then his current prison sentence history was he had 9 years on some other shit.
Whew.
Wow. Our boy was moving some weight. Our boy Shine was pushing some weight over here, ladies and gentlemen. Our boy Shine.
He laughed and was like, that's in the past.
Says only did 4. Okay, so maybe he only did 4 years.
It looks like to me on the surface, at least he's turned it around a little bit.
He's turned it around. All right, baby. We have turned it right into high-end sports cards, and we're just rinsing this money now.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So he did 4 years for, man, you gotta be moving some weight to get 4 years. Cause I mean,
that's tough.
They letting you get away with anything nowadays. Almost literally.
You think if Kamala's president, he gets 9 years?
Boy, they'll give him a Medal of Freedom fucking medal. They'll give him like a fucking Purple Heart or something if he did move that much cocaine. Wow. So our boy did we're getting amazing updates. Oh wow. There might have been a reason why he got out early. What are some of the reasons why somebody would get out of prison early? Like why would the federal government let you out early?
The Fed, I think it's based on I mean, I suppose you could get your case overturned. You could obviously have good behavior.
What if maybe we got to check our boy for a wire? Maybe we got to get in close to our boy Shine.
Oh, real close.
And get in real close and see if there's something underneath his little hoodie right here, and if there's a little wire right here, and maybe the federal government.
Damn, you going deep.
So
wow, so you saying
this is the best fucking story in this hobby. This guy spent like 4 years in prison.
I feel like it's an onion. You know, like what's the saying? Like you unpeel the onion. I feel like this onion is still on the
Dude,
farm.
what's the
you know, just
website that
germinating.
raised? What's the site that raised 4 million? What was it called?
Well, they have a news alert that I'm going to gain 200 pounds this fall just watching football. So that's their
Okay.
next tweet.
So here,
Just hope
guys,
it's not true. Fasting, bro. They were working out they're redoing my street, but they're doing the water line too, and I couldn't leave today, so I couldn't eat. Like I literally couldn't fucking eat. So I didn't even eat until like I had In-N-Out burger.
your
like
home
5.
value just went down. Your unrealized gain on your house just went down. So just to
Well,
let
no,
you know.
I mean, once they have the road, I mean, you've been on this road. It's fucking like a third world fucking
in
country.
California, that might take 5 years. So you might
No,
your
they're
kids
gonna
might
finish.
be grown and moved
They're
out.
working. They fucking laid the pipe today. They'll get the fucking work done. So we're good. I'm gonna have a brand new road.
Shout out.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my son a skateboard. He's gonna skateboard out there. He's pumped. So you're saying Shine's a plant?
He did get let out of prison so early, apparently. Again, I encourage one of these hobby people who call themselves fucking journalists in the hobby. Why don't you look at the most interesting story in the hobby? And that's this former drug dealer who is, spends more on sports cards than anybody else. And doesn't want to talk about it. Oh, it's in the past and shit. It's like, oh, it's in the past. Okay. But these $1 million cards are certainly not in the past. This is interesting. Like there's
This is it's beautiful.
There's more to this story here. That
I feel like
this guy doing?
I feel
this
like
guy's real angle.
So here's how I feel about it. Is like, we're on Earth right now. We're rotating around the sun, and we're in this big universe. I think the universe of Shine and Sports Card Radio will collide at a future date. Not exactly sure when that'll be, but at a future date, I feel like Shine, with some of the things that he's done in this past, and certainly we'll give him credit. It certainly looks like things have certainly turned around for him. Absolutely. I mean, being in prison to now PJ and doing great things in the sports card hobby, certainly a big level up. But I feel like the Louis bags and the flexing and the watches and all this stuff, we've got a lot of things in common. I feel like our universes will collide at a later date. And when that happens, it's going to be like a solar eclipse. It rarely happens.
The same age.
And it does, you have to watch. Yeah, you have to watch.
We're about the same age.
Yeah.
For a guy that spent 4 years in prison, he actually doesn't look kind of grimy. I mean, a lot of guys, you spend a little bit of time in prison and you look it.
I'm sure it impacted him. It sure, so yeah, no, our worlds will collide at some point in the future. And when they do, I'm sure it'll be spectacular. I'm sure it will be. I mean, how could it not? Why did I get fired? It's a long story, but it was not my fault. I was doing an excellent job.
I think a lot of people look at being fired as a negative thing, and it's like,
no. Believe me, guys.
Tell us you're from Timbuktu, Ohio, and you think, oh, you got fired, you must be sad.
No, sure. And that's understandable. No. The last year I made more money in 12 months than I probably made in fucking the last 20 years. So no, blessings all around. Don't regret a moment of it. But no, I'm grateful and happy that what happened and now the future's fucking really good. So I'm very, very fortunate. But I say I got fired, but in reality it was more complicated than that, I would say. And I'm not trying to if I got fired because I was doing a shit job, I would tell you guys, but much more complicated than that. Tony Hill, $50. He's got a dip video. Did you get the dip video, Ryan?
Oh, we might have.
Might have.
Probably.
But it could be like a... Could be like a... There it is. It could be like
Man, Santa Claus for $2.99 all day, right there, baby.
I missed all shit too. Oh my
Aaron
god, more
Judge. Oh, Aaron Judge, $1.99. Sold that.
more Gamecocks parking. I mean, we're crushing it over here. I mean, it's just beautiful. Never been so satisfied making $8 selling some parking passes.
Me either.
Feels great.
I sold about a dozen cards while we were on
Nothing wrong with that.
1981 Topps Nolan Ryan for $3.
Ryan, did you go through the what were you bidding on tonight?
I mean, I was bidding on this Giannis, don't call him Giannis Antetokounmpo 1 of 1. And these other ones I was not a player on. I was more just kind of looking at the price because I have about 20 boxes of fucking doo-doo that I have to go through and try to list in the coming weeks. So I was actually not trying to really add any more cards to the collection unless it was something like kind of painfully obvious like this. You know, you get this for even what it sold for, $581. You could probably resell that one season.
You could resell that for a guy that doesn't check comps,
a repacker or one of these, idiots or whatever will buy it. So
we didn't really talk about. Yeah, maybe that'll be a topic for another day. But the whole repack game is interesting, obviously. I mean, Jeff's over here bragging about 144 gain. Fucking, we know guys that are setting up at these card shows, buying cards at 80 off, and then immediately snapping off for 100 off, and fucking making 144K in a fucking weekend, like literally a week. So that's why it's like Jeff's over here flexing on 144 in 2 years. We literally know people that are every guy that's pretty big that is setting up at these card shows, Ryan. That is like, I'm buying, and that's all they're doing. They're not selling. They're only buying for 80 and 90 off. They're literally buying it for 80, 90 off, and then putting it in the suitcase and flipping it for 100. 100. In some cases,
sometimes more. You just tell Backyard Breaks what you want.
Tell them you spent 80 and you tell Backyard you spent 120, and Backyard writes you a check for 120.
Gone.
And so, boom, we know guys that made like at Burbank in a weekend, let alone the fucking National, made fucking stacks of paper.
Oh yeah,
stacks. We're talking in a weekend. We're not talking about getting Mike Baker to do it and then fucking getting the market to pump, and then before you take out fees and taxes, like these guys are fucking crushing it right now. Fuck this bullshit. Buy a card, speculate, and fucking bullshit. Buy it for 90 off and then call Backyard and you'll buy it for 100.
The same day.
Sight unseen. That's what all of these guys are doing. Tim, congratulations on your Olympic venture. God, that one that was, I swear, Italian beach volleyball. Oh my God.
Wow. Legendary.
Man. Sarah sent the YouTube video multi-dips and she's a hot breaker. Sent the YouTube video multi-dips and she is, I would agree.
Let's go.
If she's involved, that would be great. One way or another. I mean, at least if like somebody like Sarah dips, Ryan, at least it looks good. At least it looks good.
We might give her a pass.
We might have to. David Snyder with the $9.99. I'm tempted to join the high level of Market Movers app, which supposedly gets special access to Jeff's picks and special online meetings. Ryan, do you know anything about this?
Yeah, every month there's like some kind of exclusive thing where you can, because I am subscribed to Market Movers.
Oh wow.
What's my the username's Will Greer, so if you can guess the password, you can get a free access to Market Movers. But yeah, they have a monthly exclusive video where only members.
Oh yeah, that's late.
I think we're gonna have to have our own members only kind of thing. We're gonna have to start a membership, and then we'll have like a members only live or something. That was late. They called that. They called that.
That was late.
That was
that was
not late.
No, it was so late. That is so late. That
No.
could be Jamar Chase, and that's late. That was late. Watch it on the
That
replay.
was
That
not
was late.
late.
No, my God, that was late. My God, that was like 8 seconds late.
No, I hate these calls at the end of the game. That
No, but that was late. That was a good call. That was a good call. Okay, so it's offsetting. Oh, maybe they don't offset. I don't know how this works. Okay, no, they do offset. But watch, they'll show it. They'll show it. Show the replay. It was late. It was late. It was late. Okay, so there's some kind of holding. Probably
That
the
other
ref
ref should get out of the way.
help.
Goddamn.
Okay, I mean, yeah, that's a tough call.
That's
But no,
not
he's
late.
out of bounds. He's out of bounds. No, the low hit. The low hit's late. The low hit's late. I think the low hit's late. In slow motion, it doesn't look as much, but
No,
in
he's still
fast motion-
running. He's still fucking in bounds running.
No, he wasn't. He was out of bounds. He got hit low.
No, you're a runner when you get out of the pocket. You're not treated as Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback, anymore. Like in the pocket, you can't target these guys. But he was running down the fucking field.
No.
Horrible call.
Tim, do you have a favorite video game?
Day of Defeat was when I was a world champion in.
Wow. There it is.
There it is.
It's on Steam. Ryan, Alex is going to call in next week.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm ready. I'll be
Have your
ready.
tuxedo ready. I'll button it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be on our best behavior.
Well, we're gonna try to get Shine to pick her up, and then we'll do this all in person.
Should we try to have Shine call in?
Yeah. I want to talk to Shine too. Like Shine's got a lot of explaining to do.
Can we just skip the show next week and just do the PJ and just meet in person and
we could do the show from the PJ and then the Cosmo suite.
Even better. That's a great idea.
With
Jason Moran with the $2.
With Alex, with She Collects.
Yep. Ask Alex $500. Push air in my face from her seat.
Okay. She might be willing to do that
For 500.
Maybe 500 sounds like a reasonable number. I wouldn't do it for less.
Yeah, it seems to me 500 is like
500 might be the magic number though.
Maybe that's just enough.
Right,
I mean, I think you got to post it. You got to post the 5, right? You know what I mean? You got to prove the funds.
Sure.
Yeah. The GOAT, Ryan, is saying, why do you care about another guy's money? Go read your kids a bedtime story and put the vodka down. I mean, look, do I care about Shine's money? You're assuming that I don't have the kind of money Shine does.
He's posting it on Instagram. That's the thing. He's publicly posting this on Instagram. We're not digging into this guy's life. You know what I mean? Like he's publicly posting these pictures of him in a PJ and him with these expensive cards. And now we're not supposed to talk about it. Like you guys are fucking idiots.
Here's the other thing.
Fucking clowns.
Here's the other thing. We can turn this around to GOAT. Why do you care that I care about Shine's money? And instead of posting comments for free on my YouTube video, which I'm making money on, why are you posting comments to me for free? Shouldn't you go read your kids a bedtime story and put the vodka down? Okay. So,
well, GOAT. We could probably go to GOAT's social media feed and it's him complaining about some athlete got some huge contract and talking about somebody's money.
Or that. And look, I don't need to get on here and talk about my personal life and my sons and the time I spend with them and the time I spend with them even during the day when they're in school. I don't need to go into all that. I will just say, Mr. GOAT, at night, even on Thursday nights, I put my head down on my pillow and I sleep very well knowing that I've taken care of my family. I've taken care of my kids. Not only taking care of them financially, but I've also spent a good amount of the time that I'm not here on the live I've spent a good amount of time not only impacting their lives, but other lives of other people's children.
Look, these guys can go watch Card Collector 2 or Jeff Wilson and go eat a fucking dick.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
if you're mad about us talking about Shine, turn it off, buddy, and go watch Card Collector 2 open leaf boxes. You fucking idiots. You fucking pussies. God damn. Oh, this guy flexes $1 million cards on Instagram, but you can't talk about it and where he got his money. Okay.
And I can't drink some goose. I can't drink some goose.
Jesus, you guys are fucking little simps and morons.
Would you say GOAT is voting for Kamala Harris?
It probably is Kamala fucking Harris for all we know.
It's Tim Waltz or whatever the fuck the guy's name is.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Jason Moran.
Guys, you can't talk about that stuff.
Right.
Go watch fucking Pac-Man open some arena pack slabs, you fucking idiot.
There's two types of men in the world. Alpha males from Stockton and then GOAT.
Jesus Christ.
GOAT.
Guy has 70,000 followers on Instagram, but heaven forbid we talk about him. He calls himself an investor, but heaven forbid we talk about his money.
I think he follows us. He follows us and messages us, and we can't talk about him.
We're targeting him.
I didn't even message him.
Idiots.
I just made a post. I think I made a post. I said, it was like I think you posted a photo where you bought all the fucking like 5-cent cards at Burbank. And I think I said pushing more weight than Shine or whatever as a joke. Just try to be funny. Just, you know what I mean? Like make people fucking laugh. Who gives a fuck? And then he responded. Like I wasn't like I tagged him in it, but it was like fucking I don't give a fuck if he reads it or whatever. It doesn't make my day any better or worse. And so now we're trying to parlay this right into some wheels down in Stockton, and let's go to the fucking Cosmo. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
This guy's getting scammed left or right, but heaven forbid we talk about, where he might have got his fucking money. But
yeah, and believe me, Ryan, if we were at the Cosmo right now, I wouldn't feel super guilty about not reading my kids a bedtime story. Sometimes when the Lord calls and the Cosmo calls, you've got to answer the call, guys.
You've raised your kids well enough and smart enough to realize that if daddy's at the Cosmo, hey, he ain't gonna be home tonight.
Hey, when my son is 21 and if he's calling me from the Cosmo at 8:40 p.m. Pacific time, I'll be like, yeah, daddy did a good job, man. Yep. You doing a good job. I wish I was there with you.
Just did a couple lines with Uncle Ryan, and we're about to go fucking hit the pits right now.
I mean, I'd hope, I mean, I'm not a line guy. I hope my sons don't go into it, but for whatever anybody wants to do, by all means.
Well, if it's Shine's merchandise, it'll be the best merchandise if it comes from
I know,
Shine,
but still. I mean, let the record show I've never done a line in my life, and I never will.
I haven't either.
This week.
Yeah, in the last hour since the show started, I have not done a line.
Oh man. Woo, that's great. Yeah. I mean, look, Ryan, if drinking a couple shots of goose on a live stream is the worst thing you do on a Thursday afternoon, man, guys, we're from Stockton. Fucking the worst thing I do is drink some goose on a live and maybe miss a bedtime story with my sons after fucking being at their school fucking for 2 hours a day. Yeah, it's the worst thing I've fucking ever done in my life.
What's this card worth? Oh, but we can't talk about how the guy might have been able to afford a card like that.
Ryan, you're supposed to jizz on a card like that, but heaven forbid you talk about the guy that bought it.
Yeah, well, he has 3 in his hand. What are the value of the 3 cards in his hand?
Only the cards everybody wants. He somehow has the cards everybody wants, but we're not supposed to talk about it.
We can't talk about him.
Let's not talk about it, and let's just get on the fucking PJ and go to Cosmo. Fucking, that's what I'm here for. Jesus fucking Christ. Jason Moran, $5. Thank you, sir. That'll tip the little
we're getting there
22-year-old something that's going to serve as drinks at the Cosmo. I looked up Jeff's lawyers from that cease and desist and their 4th-year law graduates. Terrible firm. That's kind of what we thought. I mean, God, if you read the lawsuit, oh my God.
You can go to Sports Card Radio. It's actually on our website. So yeah, you can go to our very own website and read it.
Very many people do that. Yeah. Whew.
We have a big drive in this football game.
Yeah, we need a pass to
Ravens.
Travis. Get another shot at what's her name?
Yeah,
This
the
is a big
Ravens.
drive. Yeah, 1st and 10, $1.49. It's a beautiful.
Do or die
underneath.
right now.
It's
You got
beautiful.
no timeouts. No
Just-
timeouts. Yeah, no timeouts. Wow.
No
Okay.
time. It's
Not gonna
plenty of time though. Plenty of time. I think they score here. I think they score
Nah.
here.
Nah.
That's my bet.
Bet you 100 they don't score.
Touchdown.
No touchdown. Well, field goal's not going to do shit for them. Yeah, they got to score a touchdown.
All right, I'll bet you 100. I'll bet you 100. We'll have to stay on through the rest of the show. I'll bet you $100 cash Ola that I'll pay to you if I lose on a Saturday at the Auburn Trading Card Show. Step up. Yes, beautiful. Oh, look at
Your
this.
feet's faster than mine.
Holding. Yeah, I'm watching on. I don't know what I'm watching on. Rocking with you all night. I forgot about the Beanie Baby guy. What's the latest on his $1 billion idea? Ryan, do you have an update on? Can't remember the guy's
Our
name.
boy Jimmy B, who's in I have a Beanie Babies Facebook group that has like, I don't know, 55,000 members or something stupid like that. And well, he came on. He was going to spend $6,000 on some prototype Beanie Babies. We tried to convince him otherwise. He has since. I think what has happened is he claims that he needed to up his medication and he wasn't going to buy the $6,000 Beanie Babies. So I think our boy Jimmy's still taking some medication and
Here we go. Hundy,
his life.
pass interference. Shit, that was a bad throw.
You're tripping, dog. You ever watched the NFL before? You ain't go 80 yards and get a touchdown with no timeouts. Like, come on.
I've seen Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes do it like every other game.
And when it's rigged, you can do it. Or you Joe Montana.
I don't know. I mean, don't you think they want to rig this game to be tied? I mean, that's a terrible throw. But anyways, no joking matter. We wish Jimmy be the best. He was a veteran, right? He was a veteran.
Maybe, yeah.
I think so. So we wish him the best and we appreciate his service. And that's the throw you need to make every day of the week. And we wish him the best. And we didn't think the Beating Babies idea was good, but how many business ideas I've had that were shit? I mean, it's a lot. So the legend of Brent Morrison and the Aussie, the dog, the new kickoff in the NFL is trash. So yeah, they're like blocking. I mean, this was like an XFL thing or one of those leagues. And I remember when it happened, they were like, oh, the NFL is going to adopt this in 2 years. And sure enough, they did. So,
yeah.
David Snyder with the 10, Ryan.
There it
Colin, do you have a favorite all-time Rolex watch? Man, it's a tough question. I don't know. I think the answer to this question, David, is the next one you buy is always the favorite one. You know what I mean? Like same. I think the same is true with card collecting, where it's like you really want this card, and then you buy the card, and then the adrenaline rush kind of wears off. Then you're like, oh, I want the Wemby, or oh, I want the Caitlin Clark, or I want this Kobe, or whatever. I think your favorite Rolex watch is your next one. Because it wears off. It wears off. You know, I just bought one.
Very much like cards, it sounds like. It's very much like cards because the same people, they buy a card, and then all of a sudden it's up for sale 2 days later because they're after another one now.
Yeah, I think the difference, though, Ryan, is that Michael Jordan 10 feet away in a slab looks about the same as every other Michael Jordan 10 feet away.
Right.
But a really nice Rolex watch 10 feet away sure as hell looks a lot better than an Apple Watch. Looks a lot better than that watch.
Wait a minute.
Macy's.
I have a better example.
Okay.
This Michael Jordan card, you take this to the Cosmo, this ain't gonna get you no fucking pussy.
It ain't
now, if you're wearing a little drip like our boy Shine,
right, they're gonna be like, oh shit, that's a mark.
Gonna notice. She gonna fucking notice. You could have a $20,000 watch. She gonna notice. You could have this stupid $244,000 card and be like, look at my fucking Michael Jordan card and it's an 8.
Yeah.
And these girls are gonna literally like call security on your ass.
Yeah. But I would say in general, the precious metal Rolexes, I think people like fucking lose their dick. It's almost like unlicensed cards. People lose their dicks over these stainless steel Rolexes. They're paying $10, $15, $20, $30,000 in some cases for a stainless steel watch. Stupidest fucking thing. Buy the solid gold ones, buy the platinum ones if you're at that level, and don't look back. Buy the solid gold, yellow gold, white gold. Don't buy this fucking stupid ass fucking shit. Stainless steel garbage. Unless it's retail price. Pay retail price for stainless steel. You can do that all day. But if you grow up and you're old and you've got a box of stainless steel watches, you did something wrong. There's got to be some solid gold in there. That's what I would say. I only buy the gold ones. That's just me. Ooh, baby. Get up, go. He didn't touch you. Oh my God, here we go. 30 seconds left. Lamar doesn't even know what he's doing. Look at it. Lamar's confused.
Did he get touched right there?
Joe Burrow would be confused.
You spike.
Shine
You
have.
spike,
I
and then
think
you have three
I think
downs.
Shine's watches are real. 18 seconds. Here we go. Step up. Throw it. Get rid of it. That was way too late. God damn it. No, stainless steel. This guy's wrong. No, stainless steel is not a more limited issue. No, they make millions of these. They make 1 million of these stainless steel watches every year. A stainless steel Submariner is not rare. Oh, a solid gold Submariner is rare, especially when they're selling for less than retail because then nobody wants them. Buy solid gold watches. That was a terrible throw. He's open, Ryan. He's open. That was my 100. He's open. That's open in the NFL. That is wide open.
He needed to be a tick earlier. Yeah, he needed to.
Yeah. But he's
Right.
dancing around in the
Yeah,
fucking pocket.
Right there. Right when he actually put his hand up, he needed to fire it in there.
Oh, is he hurt? Oh shit, he's hurt.
Yeah, he got fucked up. Yeah, that's
He's
probably
hurt.
concrete over there. Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
That's brutal. Don't like to see that, especially at the end of the game. Okay, Ryan, are we gonna take it off stream or are we gonna stay to the end of this football game?
Nah, we let's. I'm gonna go text Alex and see what she's doing and
Wow, that's a bold.
see if we can meet up in New Jersey at 3 a.m.
Really?
Lordy. Oh man.
So yeah, Dave, Christine, Alex, and Mike Petty all scheduled to call in next week. So we better be ready, Ryan.
Oh boy, we got a big show.
The freaking cap like busted off of like the cap detached from the cork. So I had to pull it out with my teeth because I didn't have anything better. I could go get some pliers, but whatever.
We're gonna try to get Shine to call in, and then we'll try to get what's his name, John Weiss as well. We're gonna slide into John Weiss's DMs.
Okay, yeah, let's get the full story on this.
He's 881 out of 160,000 users. So
oh my god, he's wide open. God, wide open. Guys, that was $100 slipping through my fingers right there. Watch
sell
this
your
throw.
fucking Lamar Jackson. This guy sucks.
My God, step up. Oh my God.
Dude, there was nobody within fucking Iowa.
Oh my
God. There was like nobody around him.
Holy shit. This is why sports betting is so sickening. You make the right call. I knew they were going to score. If you had a fucking halfway decent quarterback back there, you could score. I mean, they still might. It's 5 seconds, the last play of the game. So Lamar takes the snap, dropping back, steps up. Oh my God, he turns his back. What the fuck is he doing? Oh, wide open. Oh my God. Got to go to replay. They say touchdown, but you got to go to replay on that one. You might owe me 100 here. I mean, based on the call on the field, the ref's standing right there. Oh, he's going for 2. Oh, we're going for the win, baby. I love this. Wow, this is aggressive. Look at this. He's going for 2. Okay, his feet are... Boy, this is tight. Oh, that's out. That's out. That looks out.
He didn't catch it.
That looks out. He caught it, but that right foot.
Oh,
It's out. That's out.
it's so close.
How the motherfucker
Holy-
stand there and not see that? That's out. Fuck.
Out. Book the win. Book the win.
Fuck.
It's out. Is it?
How? He's out. He's out. It's way out. It's
He's
like 2 inches out.
My TV ain't very big. Most people got 60-inch TVs nowadays.
Oh my God, that's way out. And he called it in. God, these refs.
These refs are horrific.
Motherfucker. He's out. I mean, God.
He got the other toe in. Yeah, he's out.
God, fucking cocksucking shit.
That
Make the
is-
right bet and you lose. Okay, well, I owe you.
by,
I'll bring
by
it.
a half an inch. It's amazing. Like, God, this league is like so
God,
close.
Cocksucking
Woo.
shit. Yeah, it's a tight. Yeah, this is the thing. You know, when the Bengals have lost to the Chiefs, it's been by a half inch. When they've won, it's been the opposite direction. So it's like, man, you need. It's a tight game. Oh, yep,
Wow.
game's over.
What are they going to
Well,
call it, though?
Great game. Great game. Yeah, great game. I don't know what the
Yeah.
spread and the cover was or whatever. all
I'll take that, Hundy.
Yeah, I'll bring it on Saturday. Yeah, you're buying the goose next week, so I'm 100
I'll
lighter.
buy the goose. I'll
Yeah.
buy the goose and the supplies, and we'll check on Shine and see if he can give us a kilo or.
God fucking shit. All right, guys. Well, I guess we'll play some music. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed today's show. We'll be back next week. Apparently, Alex is going to call in. Shine might pick us up in the PJ, and Mike Petty, I'm sure, will want to join in on the fun. So he might call in as well. Christine, I'm sure, will jump in. We'll try to list the flip-flops. I've got some other items that we'll list. I'll pay Ryan $100. I don't know what that equates in cocaine value, but I'm sure he'll end it on something of that nature, or a
Get
massage.
the Shine price.
Shine price. Yeah. 100, it's like a pile. It's like a shovel.
Woo! We shoveling
Like,
snow over here.
How much cocaine does 100 buy? And he's like, well, go to Orchards and grab a shovel and a wheelbarrow and come
He's
on
like
over.
100 racks.
Yeah, right. 100
Yeah, when you
pounds?
say when you ask Shine, be like, how much would 100 get? He thinks you're talking about 100 racks, because that's how much weight he moves.
Exactly.
We'll bring up Shine next week. We'll bring up Shine's mugshot and his police record, and we'll go through it step by step for you guys.
Shit.
So
I'd rather be going step by step through the clubs at Cosmo. So if he wants to avoid us going through his police record, this is kind of what do they call it? Bribery or whatever it's
extortion,
called.
yeah.
Extortion. That's it. So we are extorting Shine to a certain degree. If you want us to cover you in a favorable light, wheels down in Stockton and let's go to the Cosmo. Otherwise,
Great
we're
idea.
going line through that federal indictment. We're
going
fucking gonna
hard.
dissect it all.
Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in. Thursday Night Football is over, and so is Sports Card Radio. We'll see you again next week. Tim is going to go bang some MILFs. Ryan's going to go
I'm gonna spend that
shove
Hundy.
some cocaine. Yeah, and he's going to go spend the Hundy on a massage. And
And a happy ending.
yeah, that's right. We'll see
What's
you guys later.
going on with that PPP? You done a lot of talking, not a lot to see. Up in the millions like 2.3, but Geoff got it all,
Geoff is
getting
real
off
fat like
scot-free.
You're like, here is my fucking PSA 8 Jordan.
About men printed on cardstock when you open
It's
your mouth
just
and take it with
PSA
a
8.
grain of salt. Cause the market's down and you're down. It's all your fault. You ruined the hobby.
Here's Chris Sabato, guys. Get a little
Jeff Wilson. You ruined the hobby I love. Get your bullshit, Jeff Wilson. If you did me, I don't think you tipped you out. What you talking about? I don't think you did deal. It's just shaking shit like a G.O. means, like it's wholesale thing with the mid-activities. taking money from the people who pay most them are broke.
This is like the size of the dick of that fucking idiot. Fuck, there you go. Talks about the contact. And that coach guy that was like, none of those research here that story and shit. It's like, fuck you, that's the size of your fucking dick right there, you fucking idiot.
Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson.
I don't shade either. I
Jeff Wilson.
can roll it here. I just can't. I don't got a fucking hair on my chest. Let's go slow. Hold on.
What's going on with that PPP? You've done a lot of talking, not a lot to see.
Oh, Salvador Perez.
Like 2.3, but Jeff got it all, getting off scot-free.
2018 Tops update.
Try to talk tips like we talking about stuff, but you're talking about men printed on cardstock.
We go to the Jets game.
Open your mouth, I take it with a grain of salt, 'cause the market's down and you're a clown.
I got a new chicken script. They emailed me. I don't know if you got the email. There's a new chicken script. Supporting the game. Replacing the previous script.
You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit, Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson. Did you dip Geoff? I think you did Geoff. What you talking about? I don't think you did yet. Well, he's doing shady shit like the Gobies, like it's Hall of Fame with an NFT. Taking money from the people that pay. Most of them are broke, but that's okay. He's getting money, even better, tax-free. Loving all the stimulus from PPP. You ruined the hobby I love with your bullshit, Jeff Wilson. Jeff
Come on, Emma.
Wilson.
Keep going. Just keep
What's
going.
going on with that PPP? You've done a lot of talking, not a lot to see. Up in the millions, like 2.3, but Jeff got it all, getting off scot-free. Try to talk tips like we talking about stuff, but you're talking about men printed on cardstock.
You going?
When you open your mouth, I take it
Are you going? Are you going? Handmade or loud?
You ruined the hobby I love.
We're going.
With your bullshit, Jeff Wilson.
We're going the Shine Special tonight.
You ruined the hobby
Years in the bed and then party time.
Only 9, yeah. It's early. Crank it up. See who texted us. See if there's any messages.
It's getting going. Tim, you got anything lined up tonight?
Always.
Oh shit! Man, we'll go play a.
Most of them are broke, but that's okay.
Okay.
He's getting money, even better, tax-free. Loving all the stimulus from PPP. You ruined the hobby I love.
You drink on Thursdays.
I have no idea.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.